I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
Hey Daddy, this a dollar beat.
BoxingVoice.com.
No matter what nobody say, man, spirit can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose. You're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, any footage of a fighter.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Breakfast Club of Boxing as GTO is the Grammy. Just spotted it's the passion, man. And we're here to talk about the big fight. Super duper, duper duper big fight. We are live and taking phone calls.
Boxing Voice. Hey yo Ness, roll up the Hardin. I just landed at Reed, I'm trying party. Roll up. Shout out to I mean. We rollin' permanent marker. Be careful, this jabber stain you like a permanent marker. Size them up, then back them down. Vander Holyfield posture. All these other shows frauds. We the real, they imposters. We got like 2 phones lit. I'm on my 2-tone ish. Ness drop the line up. We got Bill Haney on the list. Whether it's X or Discord, hit the line. The floor is yours. You ain't feeling my opinion? We can meet at Border Wars. Throw you straight and I'ma slip. Throw my straight, you know it's lit. I take this rollie off my wrist and throw some gloves on this. I throw some gloves on this and turn the money made. Hit the subscribe button, it's free and you can join the day. And hit that champ level. Appreciate it. We live every day, twice a day, we stay dedicated. This the Boxing Voice, no better way to start your day. If it's hot, we got the drop, and that's each and every day. Whether you on the West Coast or the East, press play. 6 a.m. or 9 a.m., we'll get you through your day. This the Boxing Voice, no better way to start your day. If it's hot, we got the drop, and that's each and every day. Whether you on the West Coast or the East, press play. They tuning in from New York all the way to the UK.
What up? This is just too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We are here to recap the weekend, or should I say recapping mayhem in Norfolk. It got crazy yesterday. Keyshawn Davis, meltdown. Chaos at the Scope Arena. It got crazy. The Davis brothers could not handle the loss of their older brother and allegedly attacked Nahir Albright. There's video of the scuffle, and it really took over the weekend. We had some great action with Fabio Wardley. We had Abdullah Mason stepping up to the plate. But the weekend will be completely blanketed over in the dramatic fallout at the Scope in Norfolk, Virginia, yesterday, June 7th, where Keyshawn Davis, his career took a nosedive. The former WBO champ was set to face and defend his title against Edwin De Los Santos, but he missed weight by 4.3 pounds. Coming in at the junior welterweight division, leading to the cancellation of his fight his title being stripped, and a loss of a 7-figure payday. So it's obvious he came into the arena not happy. Some were saying that he shouldn't even have been allowed to be in the arena. I thought that was a bit excessive. There's no way for us to know that what took place was going to happen. You know, we've just never seen anything like that. But that was a common theme yesterday. We've never seen anyone get hit with a body shot and crawl across the ring either. So it was a lot of new things to be seen. But people still believing that Davis intentionally avoided the limit so that he could have a physical advantage over De Los Santos. That weight limit being ignored got the fight canceled, shifting the spotlight to Abdullah Mason, the 21-year-old from Cleveland, southpaw, who had to step up to the plate, put on a show, and put on for his second home, as he says, of Norfolk, Virginia. Mason improved to 19-0, 17 KOs, delivering a 5th-round TKO of Jeremia Nakathila after a cut on Nakathilia's eye, which, according to Nakathila, impaired his vision. Mason landed a whopping 75 punches out of 146 punches. That's 51%. Compared to Nakathila, who only landed 26 punches out of 132 punches with a very low connect percent ratio of 20%. Abdullah positions himself for that newly vacated WBO title that was stripped from Keyshawn Davis, and it'll pit him in a title shot with Sam Noakes from the UK. But the night spiraled further down the tubes with the Davis family meltdown after Nahir Albright, 17-2 with 7 KOs, upset Davis in a fashion that people were just not expecting. It was a majority decision win, with the scores being 97-93, which I thought was fair. 94-95 was a bit, 94-96 was a bit tight. Still a 2-round window for Albright, but the 95-95 proved that boxing's politics will always exist, and the fix was in. Shout out to Albright that did everything in his capability, within his capability, to keep that win on his side of the scoring board, because you can tell by the judges the fix was in. But Keyshawn and Keon allegedly assaulted Albright backstage, headbutting him and causing a knot above his eye. Video evidence captured the melee, requiring a police investigation with Keyshawn's infant son in the stroller nearby as the scuffle happened. Keyshawn was ejected from the arena, and 2,000 people of the almost 10,000 sold-out crowd seeked out refunds. Albright really shining, because he hadn't fought since Keyshawn's fight, right? Because he actually fought Keyshawn. Didn't get a return fight since then. Comes back, fights the brother, and really was putting hands on Kelvin. He landed some big shots on Kelvin. Between the two, you could only see Kelvin being hurt. Wobbled, hurt, staggered. You really only seen that coming from Kelvin Davis. But Elsewhere, Keyshawn Davis, the 4-0, 3 KOs, knocked out Michael Velez-Garcia in the second round, had him doing what I've never seen in my life. He crawled from where he got knocked down all the way to the corner. This is something you got to look at, not because it's embarrassing, not because it's funny, just because we've never seen it in boxing. We've never seen it in boxing. Those body shots are so debilitating that you can move, but you can't get up. Your mind tells you you're more comfortable on the floor. Fabio Wardley globally probably got the best win of the weekend, claimed the WBA interim title, defending that in a 10-round KO over Justice Hooney, who now is 12-1 with 7 KOs. He was trailing on the scorecards and the judges had it right at 89-82. Fabio losing every round basically. Wardley landed 117 out of 333 punches, meaning he only had 36% 36% connect ratio, where Hooney, he landed 159 punches out of 342, which is a 47% connect ratio. But that wasn't enough to secure him the win, as all it took was for Fabio Wardley to channel his inner favorite fighter, Deontay Wilder. He said it in the face-off. Hooney's a great boxer, and he'll have to be perfect for the whole 12 rounds, because he said the one thing Deontay Wilder got right was, all I got to do is land this right hand, and damn if he wasn't right. Short, compact right hand that sent Justice Hooney to the canvas, never allowing him to get back up and make the count. So this is what we're talking about this episode. We're exploring, obviously, all the chaos that took place at the Norfolk Arena with the Davis brothers. We're exploring the Mason rise and Wardley's beautiful comeback that separate him from many. But the questions really are, did Keyshawn Davis weight miss and his family brawl at the Scope Arena derail his career? Will Top Rank cut him? Will ESPN no longer want to air him on the network? Was Abdullah Mason's TKO of Nakathila a breakout moment? Could he be the next Top Rank star with that performance? Or did he fall just short of Ernesto Tito Mercado, who knocked out Nakathila in 2? Should the Davis brothers face consequences for the alleged assault on Albright? Should there be a suspension? How did Fabio Wardley's stunning KO of Justice Hooney reshape that heavyweight division for you? Who do you want to see Wardley in the ring with? Remember all the time I've been begging for Wardley and Jared Anderson. Hopefully, you guys get on that train. Can the Hill Albright capitalize on this win and potentially earn himself a rematch with Keyshawn Davis at 140? Or because Keyshawn went street, should Nahir, who doesn't have a loss to Keyshawn in his fight, was instead overturned to a no contest because Keyshawn tested positive for marijuana, should Nahir Albright just ignore Keyshawn, savor and bask in the glory of the win that was the older brother of Keyshawn, and leave Keyshawn to be frustrated daily, wishing he could get it back in blood for his brother? What lessons can we learn from the ridiculousness that happened, from the chaotic events that took place at the Norfolk Scope Arena? Is there a way that maybe we can avoid these types of situations? But we do have a poll on our community page. Who wins the Wardley-Hooney rematch, as that was such a great fight with Wardley coming from behind and down on the scorecards? Many may want a rematch. On our poll, 55% believe Wardley by KO, 36% Hooney by decision, 5% Wardley by decision, 5% Hooney by KO. And over on our live poll here on youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice, where you can join the live chat, should Davis brothers face suspension? Yes. Immediately ban them, 31%. Yes. Suspension with a fine, 42%. No, let it slide, 8%. Depends on the evidence, 9%. If you're trying to call in, Discord available, X Spaces also available for those that want to talk. Phone lines are open. We're talking the chaos, the meltdown, the big fights. Mason showing up, showing out. Wardley coming back and showing you what heavyweight boxing is truly all about. Phone lines are open. We got Malcolm. What up?
Yo, we good? We good?
We hear you.
Hey, shout outs TVV. Ness, you are a dedicated host, man. Yeah, you was up late yesterday, and we still here, man. And it's a wonderful Sunday, man. You know, you piss me off sometimes, but I fuck with you for this, man. I love TVV to death, bro. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, I definitely need my crow. You feel me? My boy Wright, man. He took that L to Brandon Moore, so I need that crow because I was definitely vouching for it. Yeah. You know, a lot of these people in the community don't really get their crow. I don't hear that sound too often. You know, so just call in and get your crow. But yeah, Wright, he's just fucking sloppy, man. He fought the same way he fought with Milton. I'm like, damn, bro. Just that gas tank is just horrible. And then you all hugging up on this man, clash of heads. You know, you got dropped. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he didn't see that right hand coming. Like, I seen it. I'm like, oh, he's just pouring with the jab. That right hand gonna catch him. Gets dropped. I'm like, okay, I see what we doing. You know, but shout outs to Wright, though. I'm gonna still push for that guy. You know, for some reason, I just fuck with him. But, yeah, Keyshawn Davis, man, that's just nasty, man. With him and Keon, you know, Keon did his thing. Kelvin, we were saying it. You feel me? I was on the fence with you, Ness, too. You feel me? I always thought, like I said, Kelvin was the lesser of the three brothers. Albright did his thing. He got the win, you know. For them to act how they were acting, it's just disgusting. You know, you got to know when to keep it professional. You feel me? Once you hit a certain level, man, you got to leave all that street and hood politics shit alone. You had weird-ass callers yesterday advocating for it. You know, and if anybody knows anything about street politics, if y'all jumping me, you know what I'm saying? It just gets worse after that. Like, I'm supposed to spin back, you know? So I doubt that that's going to happen, but we can't just really advocate for that. I don't know what Top Rank's going to do. This just looks bad on the DB3 brand in general. And you guys are building up this whole rivalry with the Vargas brothers. Now, me personally, if I'm some kind of company or I'm a brand and I want to endorse somebody, I'd rather at this moment endorse the Vargas brothers, who at least have a Hall of Fame father. You know what I'm saying? And they carrying themselves a little better than y'all. Because y'all just acting like fucking idiots. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just nasty. So that's just that, man. Abdullah Mason, that's a good performance. I'm not going to act like it was like the craziest knockout of all time, you know. Definitely he fell short of Raymond Murathaya's, you know, 2-round stoppage who did it first. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you your props today, Ness. And he fell short of the Ernesto Mercado performance too. You know, I'm not gonna hate today. You feel me? But you know, Abdullah's probably their next star. Their biggest star is obviously Inoue. Shout outs to Nakatani, by the way, who just got a stoppage and unified. You feel me? Yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. Shout outs to you though, Ness.
All right, you brought up Emiliano, so I want to go ahead and screen share his thoughts because you know the Emiliano and the not the Masons, but Emiliano and what do we call them? The Davises have beef. They've been trying to make that us versus them type fight for a while. And yeah. Here we have Emiliano, and he says, y'all gonna jump him for winning? No respect. Straight clowns. You wonder why nobody wants to endorse you. And remember, he's specifically talking about endorsements, not being endorsed by anybody in the industry. He means financial endorsements. Last time he was interviewed and they were, telling him something that the Keyshawn Davis and family said. He's like, bro, I make more money than them in endorsements alone. So obviously Emiliano not really focused on him. But a second message here. He says, shit, what I did wrong. Here we go. He says, you can't teach respect. Boxing aside, either you're a good human being or not. So those are the last messages that he put out. But I did want to show that since they also have a beef. And now that Keyshawn Davis, Keon and Kelvin Davis beef could potentially shift to the Mason brothers. There's enough of the Mason brothers to get it on as well. Amir, the older brother of Abdullah, he's a little short, but I remember when I called this fight, he was around 140, 147, so I'm sure he could take on Kelvin. The youngest brother seems too small for Keon, but hey. Phone lines are open if you want to call in. We got Barrow City E. What it do?
Yo.
What up?
Yeah, man. What's good, my boy, man? First off, shout out to Big Wardley.
Word.
That was a nasty kill. I mean, straight up filthy. Get that man this flowers. That heavyweight shit just it never was and it never will be nothing to play with. It never was and it never will be nothing to play with. Like I wanna Bacoli. What's the man name he just fought? And if I go over, I got the 5 or whatever. Just run it. But what's the guy? A Jogba. I want Bacoli or Jogba to run it back, and then I want the winner to fight Wardley. I would love that. We just go ahead and put power on power. Try to line him up with nothing but power punches, and let those goddamn giants clash. Them giants clash, and it'll wake the sport up of boxing, especially if we can get that over here in America. But to the point, man, the Keon them, he's showing himself. I'm flat out disgusted. These boys on the back call to tell you, my bad, man, my nose stopped up from the AC, but these guys will tell you on the back call, bro, like the way he called out Abdullah, the pressure he put on him, the swagger he had, I loved it. It was reigning champion. It was reigning champion all throughout the sport that I'm here. This ain't Tank. You don't get number 2 in line for shit of mine and think you come to take something. Bitch, I'll meet you halfway. You ain't coming, and my bad for cursing. I know you're trying to stop that, but you know what I mean? I had loved the energy, man. I had loved the energy. Then for him to turn around, to put on that big show, like, you gotta be a weird ass dude. I'm trying to quit, because you gotta be a weird dude to sit right there and put on this big show and humiliate this kid in front of the world. And you know damn well you moving up. to sit right here and put pressure on this man in front of all this media and act like you want this man next. And you know ahead of time, months in advance, you had no thought of making 135. You was gonna make 139. You Keyshawn Davis now. You Keyshawn Tank Davis now. See, that's the problem. He thought he was Keyshawn Tank Davis. He just gonna show up. I'm overweight. We give him a few dollars. The game plan was simple. De Los Santos come, and I'm gonna call it what it is because I lost respect for Keyshawn for that. Because I don't like the weight games niggas play for advantages. You fight a man at his best, and you beat him at his best. Keyshawn and his team, and I'm gonna give Bomac. I ain't gonna disrespect the man, but I'm gonna give Bomac some slack for this too, because you're not gonna tell me he wasn't in on it. They came up with a plan. We're going to bring De Los Santos off a 2.5-year layoff, and we're going to try to drain him down to 35, make him suck as much as we can out. We're going to show up at 139, pay him a little 100K, 200K. He need that money. He desperate. We're going to get him in the ring, feed him some body shots to stop him. Then our names will ring throughout the sport. Nobody will care about the weight in the aftermath as long as we get the stoppage. And I know the play they was going for. Stop them, and they gonna talk about us because Shakur didn't. But Samson Lewickiewicz was smarter. He got something that a lot of people got. It's called common sense. He wasn't gonna sit there and watch you drain his fighter, feed him sharp body shots, then think you gonna go for a stoppage. He wasn't gonna let you fight his fighter knowing he was weaker than your fighter. Fight him at his best, or weaken yourself just as much. And that's clown behavior, bruh. That's straight up clown behavior. Not only do you blow the show, Abdullah got to come save the show after you done disrespected this man. Abdullah got to come save your show in your hometown. Your big brother get beat the fuck up. Then you just get, and I bet on the nigga. I don't even take pleasure in saying this because I bet Keem and give me my crow. Because I bet Keem that Kelvin would beat Albright. The first thing I said was, yeah, Bob, I'm trying to see what they got here. They want to know what they're working with. They tired of play. I'm going again. They want to know what they're working with. They're going to throw him in there with Albright. Let's see what he's working with. Let's see what the kid got. And this nigga got beat the fuck up. This nigga really got 8-2. This nigga won 2 rounds against Nahir Albright. That sentence just put a period on it and let that stand alone. I don't have to say more about Kelvin. Then ain't gonna get his ass beat by a nigga you already done beat up. Y'all turn around, y'all waiting for this man in the tunnel. But when he lost to you, it was all good. When he beat up on your big brother, you want to jump the man. That's clown behavior. You gotta sit Keyshawn down for a little while. You gotta sit him down for a little while. I'm thinking at least I don't want a whole year, but I'm thinking at least 9 months and a $250K a $250,000 fine and 100 of that should be paid straight to Albright. Straight to Albright. And if I'm Albright, because you played with me in such a manner, nigga, I'm gonna play with you some. First of all, let's start bringing this street element into boxing. That ain't what's going on. These are high-level athletes who done trained their whole life to be in this position. Keyshawn, what you just did, my brother, and I ain't even trying to say this because you know where I come from, but you just assaulted this man. And now here Albright got every right to say, hey, bro, I'm pressing charges on you now. You and your brother. If you don't fight me next and give me a nice purse, I'm pressing charges. I want a rematch right now. Right now. Right now. Or I'm pressing charges. And there ain't nothing you could do about that. Because you made a stupid move. And as far as Amelia Vargas, man, you can't even say nothing back to them, man. You embarrassed yourself. Who the hell want to be a part of that dog and pony show DB3? Kelvin getting his ass cooked up. You out here acting like you a fake ass Tank Davis. You just showing up overweight. He must think he Ryan or something. He gonna show up. The show must go on. They come to see Keyshawn. Why nobody thinking about you like that? You just hit the scene. Soon as you get popular, this is what you do. Soon as you get notoriety, this is what you do. You so damn tough. You so damn crazy. You ready to call out. You ready to sit right here and call out Abdullah right here. But when old Andy walked through and Andy done bust your ass 4 times and put a meme up calling you his son. When Andy walked through, you shake his hand and walk away with your back turned quick. You tuck your tail. Where was that fire and desire? When Frank was right there, where was that fire and desire? Let's do it next. I hate dudes who play tough with some people some of the time. One thing about me, bro, I'm tough all the time with anybody. And it's disgusting, man. Keyshawn got to sit down for some while. He got to sit down for a little bit. Cuz got to sit down and just think. You know what I mean? Moving too fast. The lights getting a little too bright in his eyes. He thinking he more than what he is. And we ain't even gonna bring up the part, but he did all this in his he pushing his damn son in a stroller. Now, what if a big altercation break out? They push the stroller over by accident just from men getting physical and the baby get trampled or some dumb shit. Oh, because you out here faking like you a street nigga because your big bubba got his ass beat by a dude you didn't beat. It's embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing. It's a sad day for DB3. It ain't over. It's not the end. You know what I mean? It's not the end all be all. But it was nasty. It was disgusting. And I just hope Cuz learn from this, build and get stronger, bro. But we got to chastise him and we got to hold him accountable. You got to sit down for 9 months, 6 to 9, bro. With at least a $250K fine, nothing less. Nothing less. You got to sit down for a little bit. We ain't start no dumb shit like that. But you got to respect the sport, bro. They don't do that shit in basketball, football, baseball. The only other sport you can get that nasty like that is hockey. And that's my call, man. How much I owe you, bro?
That's just one call.
Yeah, man. That's my call, man.
All righty then. We got another screen share. This is Nahir Albright speaking on the altercation.
On your win, obviously. Thank you so much. Can you explain to us what happened after the fight?
Yeah, I was in my locker room and celebrating my victory with my team. And yeah, Keyshawn and his little brother came in and they started looking at me. It was like they saying something about his older brother, like they was mad. And he like grabbed me, pushed me back. I'm like grabbing his hand. He like moved his head towards my my head. You know, got like a little.
So you bumped heads?
Yeah, he like headbutted me. Yeah, he like headbutted me.
Oh, okay.
So
Keyshawn did?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what happened.
Any words between you and them after the fight that might have led to this incident?
No, actually, like
hey yo,
like
that's
I said, I was in the
Maestro.
locker room.
Not the heavyweight that's fighting on our border wars, but Maestro that be jumping on the show.
Their locker room is right next door to mine, so I guess they heard like us like happy and all that kind of stuff, and they came in and yeah, started trouble.
Did anyone punch you or anything, or was it just a headbutt?
Yeah, just a grab and a headbutt.
Why do you think they would do this?
I mean, they upset that their brother lost, and yeah.
Have you ever
poor sportsmanship.
Have you ever heard something like this before? Have you ever seen or heard?
Shout out Bandalorian. Bandalorian sent the $2 super chat. He wanted that played for the audience. Let's see what else we got. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility. We got Daniel Vega, first super chat of the day, $5. Junto Nakatani got a 6th-round stoppage this morning, and Ja Opataya got a 5th-round stoppage. Salute for the results. Pistol Parkway Mozzie with the fat $20. Drop that bomb. very disappointed in Keyshawn. I can't lie. I'm embarrassed as a supporter, but we need evidence and the full story. We've been calling for that Wu upset too. Not surprised at all. And shout out Broadway Joel. Ran into him last night. Ness sent you a pic. Laugh out loud. Bet. That's dope, man. Now we get to see what Mozzie look like. Let's see. Hey, yo, why you looking like Jahad Tucker a little bit? That's straight up Jahad Tucker a little bit. Let me see him put Mozzie. Yo, you looking like Jahad. I swear to God, like a quick flash. I bet you they say you look like Jahad. Let me see who's that knocking. What up, Brown Uno? You muted, but yeah, let me go ahead and bring this over here.
Yo, brother, good morning.
What up? Let me show y'all Maserati. Damn, wait, I should change.
What a morning.
What's up, champ? You still having a bad day from yesterday? He said, what a morning already. It ain't working out?
Actually, I fixed my my tub situation. I'm waiting to we're gonna test it to see if everything seals and no leaks in a second, because you got to put it for 24 hours. So you know, we couldn't run the test until, you know, today and shit. But besides that, no, man. I saw the topic. I wanted to call in, but I mean, you know, come on and talk about it. But your last caller, the gentleman that just called, he said it all. He said it all. He said it best. I ain't got nothing else to say after that. Like that he touched on everything, you know, what it does for the
you
sport.
do look like Jahad. I ain't gonna front. I'm sorry. Do you know Jahad Tucker?
Who?
You.
Me, Jahad Tucker? What about it? What?
Do you know him?
No.
Okay. Well, whatever. This Broadway Joel and Mozzie who did
All
the
right.
intro. But I'm just saying, he looked like Jahad Tucker to me.
Oh.
It went over his head, y'all. All right. We got Pistol Parkway Mozzie sent one gifted membership to somebody in the chat. Big Boss, we played your video. Shout out for the $2. We got King Easy gifted somebody a membership. Let's go. Best community out here, man. We got Versal Mason the third. Uh-oh, do we got a Mason brother? Let's go. We'll take it. Leonard Sterling, 5-pounder. Fight Hype longer interview. He mentioned Kelvin stepped in to calm things down. Bomac and Bud came to apologize. Took a picture with Bud. Yeah, I heard he took a picture with Bud and Bomac. And Bomac is what I heard. Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. We're going out to Discord. Majid, what up?
Yo. Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube member and Patreon for something. Yeah, man, that brother getting beat by Keyshawn Davis, getting beat by Albright, that wasn't no surprise to me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it was necessary because we gonna be real. We know that them niggas just getting carried off of Keyshawn back. He making it a family event and making sure they get paid. So I ain't expecting them to be nothing more than the brothers that's gonna be on the card till one day they ain't. But yeah, man, that shit that happened yesterday, that shit just go to show like, I ain't trying to throw no shots. I'm just being honest. Like, niggas wasn't raised right. You know what I'm saying? Like, win or lose, like you gotta hold your chin up, think about what you did wrong and come back. Like all that shit right there, you know, that they did in that little whatever that was, you know, it was nasty in the fact that they had that kid out there. I don't care if Keyshawn was trying to calm it down or whatever the fuck. Whoever from his team decided to steal off when they had bigger numbers, that was some pussy shit. Like, Ness, I ain't never, when I was in Newark and East Orange thought about joining no Bloods or Crips. Ain't no way, nigga. I'm what you could. We don't do that. We don't need those. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it definitely should be some suspensions going on. You know, yesterday when I called in, I was asking if y'all thought that, you know, since Shakur left, it looked like they gave the budget and advertisement to fucking Keyshawn. I'm like, it looked like yesterday they just single-handedly handed that shit to Abdullah Mason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting nothing but some suspensions, maybe some fake apologies now. A motherfucker jump on that damn internet, you know, to talk shit. If anybody even write a funny question mark on their page after they do it, say something. So I'm just thinking it's gonna be a lot of trouble. You know, he gonna be the little villain, the bad guy, you know, for the main boxing public. But now he gonna really have to stick to his shit and do more than knock people out. All that good guy shit though, he might as well throw it away. And one more thing I did want to say is this motherfucker, you remember they say he got Baker acted and went all crazy. That's why him and Shakur won't fight. I think that Shakur gonna be in that motherfucking damn doctor or whatever the fuck that place be at. He gonna get Baker acted again because the nigga losing his mind, man. And shout out to Burrow Call because he covered everything. And then shout out to y'all for being here last night during the fights and after the fights. Fuck the rest of the media. But that's all I got.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. We're trying to get this episode in front of boxing fans that don't know we talk boxing even on Sunday. You know, we like to be live on Sunday so you could call in specifically for this. You know, express your frustrations with what went on yesterday. You know, celebrate if you picked the winner, right? You know, some people were riding with Albright. And listen, he got the big upset. That's 2 weeks back-to-back upsets too, man. I love it. I really do.
You know, on some other stuff, right? You know, I happen to notice, right? On, you know what I'm saying, just on like some street levels, your respect too, man. I gotta admit, right? The Albright situation kicked off with Keyshawn Davis, but he had words with Abdullah Mason. You know what I mean? And I noticed that they didn't say anything to any of the Mason dudes, or Jay Prince was there, and like they you know, it just seemed like, you know, Keyshawn knew what he was by himself, or Albright and them didn't have a big crew or something, or it just didn't seem like that's how you show hospitality, you know, in fair competition and shit like that, man. And just
Let me help you here. Let me help you here, because you know I'm an instigator, but it just sounds.
I'm choosing my words. I'm choosing my words carefully.
I know, and that's where I'm trying to help you, because it sounds like you saying that Keyshawn didn't fuck with the Mason brothers because James Prince and his peoples were there. Okay.
Well,
yeah, I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with saying that. I mean, that's just your opinion. Look,
yeah.
I particularly, you know, don't get why we're turning it into the street. You know what I mean? Like, boxing is supposed to be a safe haven to get people out of.
I guess my definition. I guess what I'm getting at is bullying. You know, you knew a good situation. Maybe they wasn't there, and you guys took advantage. There was more of you type shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been around situations like that. I don't know.
No, it could look like that, and I get you.
It could look like that, yeah.
Yeah, from the outside looking in. But if you watch the whole event, you know Keyshawn was chilling. He was in good spirits. He got there with his wife and kid. He's eating popcorn. He's interacting with his brother in the live audience. It was the loss. You know, that's an emotional thing, bro. They're competitive people. I think that the loss is the trigger. That's what caused him to, you know, do things that, you know, nobody wanted him to do. But I want to screen share this, courtesy of Fight Hub TV. This is another Albright video. Let me first pause this.
Could you put up a picture with him, but after the fight with his injuries on his face?
Until Crawford came in and was like, "Sorry for the inconvenience." Yeah.
They apologize to you or anything? Anyone from their camp or anything after all this happened? Did Kelvin apologize to you, or what did he say?
Bomac and Terrence Crawford came in and was like, sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah.
What did that mean? How much did that mean?
It meant a lot. I got a picture of us. Could you show us this by any chance? Yeah. I hope it's on this phone. But yeah, I was like, I had to take in the moment. Being champion, and then Terrence Crawford comes to your room. What? Like, we talking about Crawford, but it's not on this phone. It's on another phone.
And what was that guy? What was that guy that was on the show the other day? Saquon.
Anyone from their camp or anything after all this happened?
Saquon, where you at, man? Because you was on yesterday capping like, oh, Crawford, he didn't make an impact. He didn't do this. People don't want to be like Crawford do it. They wanted to be like Floyd. And I mean, look at the way Albright reacted. He got so excited that he was getting a picture with Crawford, you know. But phone lines are open. If you want to call in, now is the time. We're doing the weekend recap, so you can talk about Friday's fights, Thursday's fights, Saturday's fights. Today's fights, it's really on you. Ja, or is it Jay? Welcome to the contender level. Lil Rock Legends of Boxing, welcome to the contender level. Excuse me, prospect level, champ. Appreciate you. And we got Ron Boy Fresh on the check-in.
Ow, what's the word, Slim?
Another day. Good morning.
Hi, you saw. And hold up, before we go any further, you know what I'm about to hit you with. Hooney. I told you, Hooney. I told you that fight was going to go two ways. Wardley by knockout or Hooney by decision. Man,
He was looking good.
Seconds.
He was looking
Slim,
good,
but
but goddamn, that right hand.
Don't do that to me. We knew that. But I told you, I was like, Slim, this is not going to be a walk in the park. Hooney is like that. I told you that. Remember, I told you that, right? All right, but I don't want to talk about that.
I remember.
Yeah. So I know what I'm talking about. But Slim, them Bama's down the day. I'm going to start it off. I know y'all jokers can get mad if you want, but mama ain't strong enough to raise no boy. You know the rest. What's his daddy name? So that's what you got with the Davis boys. That's what you got. You got three brothers running around there. No discipline. They been acting like, even though I know both. I know Kelvin. But at the end of the day, this is what you got. What the father say? What they father say in the incident? That's why you see Ab move a certain way and you see Key move a certain way. That's a huge problem, Slim. But at the end of the day, their value is devalued. Don't suspend them. How you gonna make money suspending them? They already devalued. So what you do to get this right, what Top Rank is gonna do, because they lost money all the way around the board. Okay, this is what we do. You can either fight Gary Russell, we send a contract to Gary Russell, let's get this back, or you fight the winner of Puello versus Matias. Let's get this back. One or the other, ain't no point in going you see what I'm saying? You got to go back in the fire because we got to get this money back. You can't get the money back on a year suspension. Y'all talking craziness. If it was my company, why would I put one of my supposedly good workers on suspend? No, we gonna work your ass. You gonna work this shit off. And one thing, Albright, and then go ahead, because Albright, and whether Albright believe it or not, Albright not gonna press charges. Y'all talking dumb shit. Albright just got a check. What's gonna happen is Albright gonna be like, look, Slim, I want a 3-fight deal. I want about $2 million a fight. Let's get it. That's what he's gonna parlay this situation because they bammed out down Norfolk, knowing Norfolk motherfuckers, them bad news jokers don't roll like that, Slim. I'm street. I know them. I know all them down there, man. They don't roll like that. The Davis, man, they made that spot look bad, Slim. I don't know what's wrong with them. That they getting, Keyshawn getting the big head, and then I'm upset he was doing all that faking on Abdullah Mason, knowing damn well your ass was busting at the seams. Fuck him. At the end of the day, man, I move different. Bob and them throw his ass right in the mix. Go send Antoine a motherfucking contract. We send Antoine a contract. You taking it or you sitting on the shelf and we suing you for motherfucking disparagement of contract because you can't sit there as a boxer and jump another boxer. Top Rank can sue. Top Rank can actually sue Keyshawn. That's what y'all don't know because you done made the company look bad. Now I gotta pay this motherfucker. Who you think is going? You think Top Rank gonna come out of pocket? No, we taking this out of Keyshawn shit. So work his ass, and that's it, man. All that bam ass shit. But yeah, special shout outs to my Ab. It's so many fights this weekend, I can't even get to them. But I'm so upset that with them Bammers dead. But special shout outs to Ab Mace, man. He probably the top, he probably the face of Top Rank right now, you know, besides, you know, the monster and all that. He the new face of Top Rank, and he gonna hold the spot down. And he good, he rocked inside the ring, and he just as good outside the ring, handling himself like a real man. I'm out, Slim.
All right. Yo, can I answer that real quick? I got a couple things I want to say. First of all, right, brother, I appreciate you motivating Albright at the top guy for Top Rank, but they still got Young Xander Zion, Abdullah Mason. They got a lot.
You always call him Zion.
I'm sorry.
No, I got you. No.
Zayas. You know what I'm saying? So that part, right? And
as
far as the other thing,
as the other,
wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. As the part is the other thing, you say, you know, we street, we know this. Unfortunately, Albright doesn't have to press charges at this point. The district attorney can choose to pick up the case with the video evidence they have.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So they don't even need Albright, and it doesn't have to get street. These boys fucked up, bro. You know, they went from 3-4 days ago.
I'm talking about. No, what I'm talking about is the street
about
aspect is they don't Albright and them. That's the last thing they want is the charges to be brought up. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but the district attorney don't need that.
Yeah, but they can pay him out.
The Davis boys ain't out the woods.
Can get paid off. It'll be all right.
But the Davis boys ain't. Yeah, no one likes the Davis boys right now. You know what I'm saying? They're not out of the woods. They in hot water.
What we do know about the judiciary system, but let me tell you this. What we do know about the judiciary system, if you got enough money, you can make things go away. Wow. That's all I know. And they got it. Whether you like it or not, Keyshawn, Team Davis have enough money behind them to make this be like, we gonna squash this, we good. No need to waste the taxpayers' money off this bullshit. No need to waste the taxpayers on this bullshit.
Right. I think one more thing that you said was, I believe that a suspension should be issued, but not a long term, like one of those kind of suspensions where he was gonna be out anyway, like 6 months.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like one of those type things.
Make it 6 months. Okay, that's fine. Make it 6 months suspension. As soon as he get off suspension, that following week, you fight the winner of Sabril, the winner of
or whatever.
I gotta ask though, champ.
Make that.
I gotta ask, and listen, the bell rang, so I need a quick answer.
Yeah, I got you.
Why do you think that him versus Antoine and Sabril makes all the money back? I'm lost.
No, I'm saying he needs to get, but we can't. At the end of the day, Top Rank need to figure out what's going to make the money back would be a Haney fight. But are we sure that that's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? I can make things. Are we sure that Teofimo would want the fight? So really, Top Rank can make it for. Actually, this might have worked out for Top Rank. Fuck it. Force both Teofimo and Key to fight. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see Keyshawn with no light touches after he done blew the money. He needs to come back with some
I hear
real
you. So
shit.
you doing that from like a punishment standpoint, but it doesn't necessarily mean that tough fights is going to make the financial, loss back.
but you know what I don't want to see as a promoter. We already gave you De Los Santos off for 2 years. Now you know fuck the money up with the venue. Now we got to sit here and give you a tight like Sandor Martin at 140. As much as I like Sandor Martin, I don't want to see that. I want to see him go get a belt. Get his value up. If he fight for a belt and win off the rip,
what about him versus Tio?
You could pretty much watch that, huh? Yeah, that's
what about
the next
him
fight,
versus
but I don't
Tio?
think that they can make that fight. I don't think they
that
can.
Would be a money fight.
I don't think Tio want to
better
fight
than.
Anybody. But I don't think Tio wants to fight
if you can get him in the ring, let's say since we're talking about hypothetical situations. Since we're talking about hypothetical situations, if you can get Tio in the ring, don't you think that would be a better fight than the winner out of
fight? Yes, I think the best fight you can make is Haney versus Key or Tio versus Key. I don't think Tio would get in the ring. I don't even know how the Haney situation is working out right now. Because they got so many, actually, from my understanding, and as you notice, they got a lot of options. So that's just what I know. So I don't know if Key can jump himself up in there in the mix, because I mean, you know what I'm saying. That's you got the inside scoop. So I ain't getting into all that. But I think the T.O. fight is the fight I would love, but I don't think T.O. will take that fight. He probably want $20 million. I don't know. T.O. is moving different. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ron, let me
he's
move
unpredictable.
on. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
I got another $10 super chat from Jay that says, "It's Jay. Appreciate all your hard work, and I need another side note. TBV truck hat. Laugh out loud. Joint was fire. Davis boys got the clown ass for the month." That's so funny, bro. I got one right here, but this one is my last one. So I think I got to keep this one, bro. And honestly, the dude that did these hats is the dude that did Benavidez hats. And I'm never messing with that dude again, bro. These shits took so long. It was such a horrible experience. That guy is irresponsible. So those are like one-offs. It's fire, too, because it's leather, but this is suede. Then the inside is red, is embroidery.
That might be a collectibles one day.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I don't know how one. Then I even went the extra mile. Check out the little boxing glove in the back on the little. Yeah, but it's snapback.
No, that's official.
I had a few. We gave out a few. We did raffles and shit, but yeah, this is like last of the Mohiques right here, man.
I think you should just send me that right now. I'm automatic winner.
Oh, the Butcher, $5. All these 135 pounders, fans hype and compared to Tank, all crash out. Tia, Devin, Garcia, Keyshawn, and Kerr. But Tank scared? Laugh out loud. No. Are they ready mentally? Tank fans, yo. Tank fans come out of the woodworks to claim wins on anything.
Anything. What the hell?
Yo. So, discernment, $2. Can you change the screen back, please? Y'all are small dots. Oh, yeah. I was going with this look because it's like, ain't it more about the fighters? I don't know. Let's see if we get more people that don't like this scene. I got you, though. Pistol Parkway Mozzie, $5 more. Salute. Are we interested in Key versus Wu rematch at 140 in Philly? Key not getting no big fight anytime soon. Let's stop considering Teofimo. See, I'm not ready to give up on Keyshawn getting big fights because he got that Turkey Al-Sheikh deal. Until we find out that what took place yesterday somehow got
You're fired.
Yeah. If it got him fired with Turkey Al-Sheikh, then we could start talking about, those types of fights. But right now, if you still with Turkey, you should have the Turkey back in, which means you should be able to get some of those Turkey type fights. That's how I look at it. But phone lines open, Discord available, X Spaces also available for those that want to call in. Quest the best.
Yo.
Do Quest.
What up?
What's up? Yeah, shout out TBV, bro. Like, this is unfortunate, man. It is what it is, bro. Like I said, a lot of fighters, they end up fighting each other. We had the Caleb Plant and Charlo situation. Keyshawn had an incident with Tio before, so it happens in the sport, man. We being sensitive right now. I feel like a lot of people saying banned him. No one was saying it was a UFC fight that happened recently, bro. Like, niggas was fighting in the crowd, but they was two white guys, and no one said like, oh, this is ratchet or this is ghetto. You know what I'm saying? But two black guys get into altercation, it's ghetto. You know what I'm saying? So like, I hate the last caller, right? The last caller, I forgot his name though. Fuck. But he had said something about his mom. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, we can't always blame the parents and shit. These are grown men, bro. You know what I'm saying? These niggas are 20, 24, 25 years old. It's always fatherless behavior. Like, bro, that shit corny to me, bro. Let's be real, man. Like, this is all to make this fight with Keyshawn and Albright a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a big fight. You know, I'd rather Keyshawn go out there and like get in an altercation with like a fighter instead of like a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but
I
seen white dudes go crazy and get arrested. I saw Conor McGregor throw a fucking dolly at a bus. He was in court the next day in handcuffs. I don't know how you could say that.
No one said that was ratchet though. Am I right, round one?
Yeah, they said that was ratchet. Dana White came out himself, the president, and said this was distasteful. We don't stand for this. He did this on his own. This is despicable. He threw Conor through the mud.
All right, and I'm gonna say this, man.
That radio off in the back, champ.
Well, yeah, I said echo or something. You hear something?
Hell yeah, we hear that echo.
Well, I'm gonna just say this, man. I'm gonna say this. I got to dip off anyway, man. You know, it's sad. It's a sad situation, bro. But like, Keyshawn, he has a future, man. Like, let's not throw away Keyshawn. Niggas saying ban. Like, let's not be sensitive, man. Like, these are fighters who have emotion and they wear it on their sleeve, man. Like, this is a blood boxing sport, man. You know, shit like this is not going to end. You know, people have emotions. You know what I'm saying? So let's not throw him away, man. But stop being sensitive, man.
But I don't really get. You want nothing to happen? You think this should be the new normal? You beat me, so me and my boys jump you?
I'm not saying like he should get like a bonus. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like let's not just throw a fighter away that we want to see so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like people saying ban him. This is an electric fighter, you know what I'm saying? He go out there and put on shows.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, did you have this stance for Ryan?
Yeah, I thought like, wait, what did Ryan do? Like, he didn't do nothing like this crazy, right?
He got suspended. People wanted him banned for his actions and for the words he was saying. Were you coming out to defend him and say he shouldn't get banned? Because I don't know, it seems pretty weird.
I'm not like I was one of them guys like just give him like a slap on the wrist, man. Like ban is extreme, don't you think? Like don't you think that's extreme?
I mean, if we talking about like a full ban, when you say ban, I'm thinking suspension. I'm not thinking like, you can't fight in boxing no more. Like that's not what I'm thinking. So I don't know how
I think you should specify that in your poll because I'm under the impression ban means a lifetime ban when I voted.
Oh, damn, you wanted him out for the life? Man.
No. When I voted, I put no, I don't want him out. I voted for the one that said, yes, he should be fined and like a little like action should be taken. But the top one said, do you think he should be banned? Immediate ban. I thought that meant immediate ban, like he's done, his career's over. That's how I took it.
And that's what you voted for, you little hater?
No, I said I voted for the second one, bro.
With you. Jesus Christ, I think it's crazy sensitive.
round one.
I'm thinking you're not hearing me.
Round one, I gotta tell you something, bro. Keyshawn not picking and choosing, man. Like, he knows Abdullah Mason. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes know each other. Like, you don't think Keyshawn aware of Jay Prince? You know what I'm saying? Albright was probably talking a little shit. He got happy he won. He got the one up on the Davis brothers. So he probably went back there like, hey, what's up? Like, what's that shit you was talking? You know what I'm saying? Like, you come in enemy lines, you know?
I don't go in somebody's locker room. I walk in somebody's locker room and say, hey, what's up? You guys talking shit? No. You go in there, I'm looking for something to get it popping. You know what I'm saying? You're going to say your words, whatever. Listen. However it went down, I wasn't in the room.
Round one. Don't talk shit. That's my call.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. However it went down. I was
right the way I wrote it. Ban is pertaining to suspension or being prohibited. So, it's not lifetime. Like, you got to put the word lifetime ban for you to be excluded from anything forever. and just to keep it in boxing, remember, Conti got a lifetime ban allegedly, right? Ain't that what Tone always crying about?
I'm just saying that just in case casuals or whatever
That's
or
crazy though.
anybody.
It's
No,
38%, Edwin,
Yeah?
say yes with a fine. So 38%
That's-
rather him get financial,
That's what I voted for.
and 37% say yes, immediate ban, which again, under the word ban, it's a suspension. I mean, that's not being harsh,
All right. Okay.
Like you said, Connor threw that chair, he was arrested. This could have, if you would have had a super cop, one of them D-head cops.
Say you was fighting out of town.
No. I mean, right there, bro. Those are sheriffs. When I go to the fight to cover, it's sheriffs. So
Yeah, but
what if you got a super cop and he just arrests you anyway because that is aggravated assault? Let's settle that at the precinct. I don't want to hear who started, none of that shit. Everybody in cuffs. So,
he's in Norfolk. He's in Norfolk. The cops knew the mayor.
I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far, man. These cities are big for me to say that the cops knew him. Obviously, they can hear of him because of the media, but I'm not going to say they knew him.
Maybe they gave him a break. I don't know.
Well, they ejected him is what the report says. He was ejected.
Oh, okay.
Him and his brothers were ejected by the sheriffs.
Okay.
Tommy, Florida.
Shit, I'd rather have one of them recognize me than none out of town. You going right to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Tommy.
What's up, Nat? You got me?
Yep.
Shout out TVB. I'm glad you got me before. So the last caller, the thing about what you said makes sense. Like, he was like, "Yeah, don't talk shit. Don't talk shit." Well, I'm gonna give you a history lesson. And where I'm from in Florida, Keyshawn would be considered pussy. Or he's a professional fighter, all that, yeah. But he would be considered pussy in my hood based on what he did. Because when he got beat by Andy Cruz in one of those bouts back in the day, and he was trying, and Keyshawn was literally trying to give like a little motivational speech in the camera. Andy Cruz behind him talking shit, putting his arm around him. Of course, he don't speak English, but you see the body language. You see the body language. I just whooped you. I won. You lost. Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. So whatever Albright said in the back, it don't fucking matter. Don't try to stand on that when you ain't try to stand on Andy Cruz talking shit in your face pretty much in the ring. You didn't turn around and try to swing on him then. You feel me? So that in my hood is considered pussy. You pick and choosing who you want to do shit with. You feel me? A lifetime ban, I don't see that. I don't feel
that shit don't say lifetime. These dudes just, having Google.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, shit, it is what it is. Like, if Buddy say I'm gonna sue you for a couple $100,000, you can't fault him for that. Can't nobody say he pussy for suing him, bro. You just came back here and did some bullshit. I knew, like, I had Albright winning due to the fact I've seen Kelvin Davis lose in person to Clarence Booth in Plant City, Florida already. I seen that fight. I knew he wasn't all that. And I knew if Albright fought probably half as good as he fought Keyshawn, I knew he was going to beat Kelvin. Kelvin, he just ain't got it. And it's cool. Let him keep working with Bo McDem. Get better and better, and that's just what it's gonna be. But he lost, bro. He everybody can tell, like, out of all three of y'all, he the lesser of the three. You feel me? He didn't have the good amateur background like Keyshawn and Keon did. So, whatever. Nah, and then Buddy said, his mom's he mentioned that. I don't believe in that. They grown, bro.
They grown. They felt like whatever, and they try to go handle some business on some other type shit where you're a professional. That's not how you're supposed to do it. And if like I said, Keyshawn did do it to Andy, but let's just say if Keyshawn lose, what's gonna be to the opponent that beats him? You feel me? So that's all I'm gonna say with that, man. Shout out TVU.
I mean, I think if Keyshawn lose, nothing happens because Keyshawn's the little big brother, right? So they matching his energy, bro.
Yeah.
They
I think it
matching
was
his
different.
energy.
Yeah, I think it was different when Cruz was mocking him rather than watching his brother catch a L in the ring and the fan. I think it was
But
the
different in
moment it
what
might
way?
have got up.
Because different in what way?
Like
Because he's
when you
bringing that
fighting with
up
your brother. No, 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 no,
specifically
no. When I watch
to
my brother
show
fight, I'm sorry.
disrespect, though.
Okay,
But it don't
all right,
matter.
all right.
He's bringing that up because it's direct disrespect to you. Remember,
Yeah.
so he didn't make it about the brother fighting. He made it. He said it doesn't matter what Albright said to him in the back because Andy did XYZ in your face. So
Right.
nothing Albright said should have triggered him. Is what Tommy from Florida was
Right.
saying.
And what I'm saying is I have brothers and it's a little different sometimes. I've been in a situation or two, maybe I walked away and was like, damn, I should have said this or that, and I want to turn around and but sometimes when my brothers get in a fight, they activate me. I don't think it through. I see them swinging, and then all of a sudden we all swinging, and it gets a little different. I don't know, and you never know what truly happened in that locker room of maybe the other little brother said something and then somebody shoved him and then Keyshawn things I don't know what transpired. I can't just say that put them in the villain role. Maybe they did go in there trying to talk some shit they heard from the other room. Yo, you guys running your mouth, man. Why do you and then somebody took a shot. I don't know what happened. But if I see my brother fighting, bro, all bets are off. So
All right. Let me get to some callers first. I'm going to catch up on these super chats. Don't forget, we got a poll going on. Should the Davis brothers face suspension? Yes, immediate ban. 37%. Yes, with a fine. 38%. No, let it slide. 7%. Depends on the evidence. 18%. Over on our X Spaces, we have a different poll. Will Abdullah Mason win a world title by 2026? Right now, 100% of the votes are yes within a year. And over on our community page, we're asking who wins the Wardley Hooney rematch if we get one. And 54% believe Wardley by KO again. 34% Hooney by decision. So.
shout out to Junto for getting it done this morning.
We got Al in the Bay.
It became unified too. Congratulations, bro.
Al in the Bay.
What do you say? Come on.
Big money.
The Bay Area. Where you at, Bay Area?
Yo.
Yo.
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, peace. Yo, man, this is crazy. I was just saying that yesterday. Keyshawn got to learn accountability when he does stuff wrong, and watching this play out was just crazy to me. I'm looking and I'm like, I don't believe what I'm watching. It just really struck a chord because I'm thinking to myself like, yo, this guy just really gave us like a crash course, like a lesson in how to destroy your business in 48 hours or less. Just in the way that he handled that entire weekend. You blew the weight by 4.3 pounds, and then you come out there eating popcorn, laughing in everybody's face. That just goes to show that unprofessional level that he's still on. Then when they went in it, then he took Keon in the back and they jumped and they're here. And I wasn't really a big Nahir fan, but now watching his character, I'm like, I'm definitely rocking with Nahir. You know, he showed class. He was professional about it, and he washed Kelvin. It just was what it was. Them dudes really need to learn how to take a loss a lot better than they do. But I don't know what you want to chalk it up to. No home training, whatever. That's besides the point. They got a lot of issues that they got to work on before Top Rank is going to take them serious again about trying to put money behind that whole brand, that whole DB3 brand. They more like at this point, if they need to make things right, or if they want to make things right when they're here, I think they really should. It should be a Nahir Albright, the Albright, him and his brother. And shout out to C4, because C4 he picked up a victory last night with the Philadelphia Smoke over the San Antonio Snipers. But he wasn't there. So what you do is this: you get Nahir, you get C4. C4 could go up against Keon because Keon is welter, and C4 Kadir is super welter, so that's easy. You got the rematch with Key and Wu, and then the youngest brother, he on Instagram, Zay Montana. I think he lightweight, or he's around lightweight, so he could fight Kelvin. That'd be a nice card. You could pack it out, and I think in a good way that might actually turn the situation for the entire DB3 brand, because them dudes look silly right now. And it was all sparked off by Keyshawn and the fact that he just could not handle whatever the pressure was that was on him for this entire situation. You know, you blew the weight. You tried to give extra money to De Los Santos thinking he's just going to eat that. He canceled the fight and cashed out on you.
That's the bell,
and now
player.
you looking crazy.
We got Elohim James. What it do?
Yeah.
What up?
My boy, what's happening?
What it do?
I just got my hair done 2 days ago. She put grease in my shits. Hey, yo, them Davis boys, they down bad right now. All of them. From Tank to his cousins and them down in Norfolk. Because this is all bad, bro. But yeah, they all looking bad right now. They all got grease in their shits. But listen, all right, I'm going to give you the ultimate conspiracy, man. Dig this. Yeah, we gonna get it in. Yes. Here we go. 60 days ago, there was a post with Turkey Al-Sheikh and the young bull Keyshawn Davis, where he looked like he was at least 100, 50 maybe, 100, 50 something pounds, talking about he's been made the ambassador of, Ring Magazine and all this and that. And, supposedly he wants him to fight Teofimo Lopez, and we come to the weigh-in, young bull ain't lost no weight really, except for 140 weight. And I know there's a video out there where Bomac is out there saying young bull came into camp in shape already. So he figured he already was in shape, so he say. And it just looks real fishy that, there's other videos floating around where Keyshawn is talking about, I don't need to fight for another belt. There was some reporter asked him about another champion, him fighting another champion, and he was like, what I need to fight for another belt for? These belts, man,
Raymond
this and that.
Moritalia.
They're taxing us and here and whoop-de-whoop. I don't need no belt. And then I hear my man on the other podcast bigging up Tank. All of a sudden he's like, man, I gotta leave Tank alone. Tank knows what he's doing, and he's been at the top for a long time. And I'm like, what? All this is sounding fugazi, my boy. You sounding like Turkey Al-Sheikh. Because isn't he anti-belts? Doesn't he want everybody to have these Mortal Kombat belts when you sign up to fight with him? Huh? Ain't he anti-WBC, WBO, WBA, IBF? He wants them all out of here, bruh. And it just sounded to me like he might have had your boy sabotage this whole thing, man. He might have planted this boy to sabotage this whole jump off, my nigga. And I
Yeah,
just
man.
feel like
That sounds totally no good. That's the bell. You had lost me too because I was riding with you up until you said Turkey made him do it. I thought you was going somewhere else. I thought honestly, I didn't think he was going to include Turkey. I thought he was saying Keyshawn was self-sabotaging, right? And that this was based off him looking in shape, Bomac saying he came into camp in shape, so him purposely blowing weight, doing all this to break free of Top Rank so he could make the Davis versus Davis fight without Top Rank because he was on the Art of War praising Davis. That's where I thought his conspiracy was going, but he went left field when he included Turkey. If you don't include Turkey, and you start his conspiracy the way that he did, saying that he was on the Art Award, praising Tank, saying he understands what Tank is going through, and the Tank has been holding it down, and then boom, you and your crew self-sabotage to get Top Rank to cut you because you got PBC ready to scoop you up to make the big super fight Davis versus Davis, And let's be real. PBC don't give a fuck about a little, whatever happened last night, PBC don't care. Y'all know they don't care. We've had hell of that shit happen with PBC. Hell of that shit. So I don't remember motherfuckers getting cut for it either.
No.
There's been hella scuffles. So that's
I
a better conspiracy, man. I hate to help
I seen better fights than that on the NBA basketball court in '86 series.
I don't watch basketball, but that's what I'm saying. I'm sure.
That Charles Barkley era was crazy.
There's been better shit out there, but let me catch up on these super chats. I got discernment $2. How much for you to change it? I watch on my TV. Okay, champ. I just don't like my background, but all right, fam. Here you go. We did it bigger. What else we got? Mr. Calderon 93, member for 15 months on a prospect level. Salute. He says Junto, Gia, Mason, Wardley all put on shows this weekend. And fire emoji. We got Kerry G, $10. Real justice is make Keyshawn fight a threat at 140. Don't give this man a Ryan Garcia layoff, which he'd want to become the next bad boy in boxing. He'll do his Tank versus Roach with Albright movie. Don't let it. Okay. Jeffrey, $5. Y'all cats saying ban is extreme. Y'all think Albright gets jumped if he lost? Y'all some ignorance. No home training individuals. I don't know. I think y'all need to look up ban because it doesn't mean lifetime. Like you guys are just adding the word lifetime to the word ban, So, Julio Guzman, $5. Is there a difference between what Keyshawn did and Plant slapping Charlo? Exactly. That's why I said maybe he's trying to get out. That wasn't my conspiracy, but based off Elohim James' conspiracy, maybe this was all planned to get out to go to that PBC side where this is not frowned upon on, and instead people make big fights off of it, right? Plant, had he not lost to Resendiz, was about to get a motherfucking Keller Plant pay-per-view off slapping Keller Plant in the same hallway that Keyshawn was allegedly in. It's just different arena. Marcus Walker, $5. Remember I told you my son, King Cam, would have welcomed that Kelvin Davis fight gladly with only 5 fights. We would have stopped him easy as fuck. Hey, maybe I can still get it off that loss and stop him. IVS, $2. Please tell round 1, turn his mic down and stop yelling. 9 people thumbs up.
All right, let me see. Let me see if I can do that right now.
Battle
I can't
rap.
tell if I'm loud.
Davis brothers disrespected they team, the mayor, the legends of Virginia, they endorsers, Turkey, and the sport. Banned them permanently from fighting in Virginia, plus a $250,000 fine. Ban them from fighting in their hometown ever? That's crazy.
For life?
That's crazy.
Yo, how's the mic sounding, guys?
Mad Bet, $5. Daily dose of Tanquil. Tito Mercado, my 4th favorite fighter, wants all the smoke. New campaign, round 1. The Davises lost their way. Gallo Fino, $5. Buenos dias, TBB. Fam, warning to all my Texan up north. Hail, floods, winds from 50 to 100 miles an hour, etc. are coming tonight. Stay safe. Prayers emoji. God bless TBV. Damn.
I know what it is.
We got Brandon, Cincinnati.
Yo, Ness, how's my audio?
So far, so good.
How about now?
Yeah, I might go out. I'm at the park, all these fucking trees and whatnot. But Burrow City E pretty much hit the nail on the head. He took some of my luster away from what I was going to say. I want to shout out Fabio Wardley, Junto, all the guys that got wins this weekend. I get what everybody's saying about the unprofessionalism and the shit like that. But I'm going to take the street approach with this one. I'm going to switch it up. Not only was it unprofessional, it was goofy as fuck. And this is why I was goofy, and this is why I really believe Keyshawn and there might be CB4. There might be a couple of wanks. You're about to get a fine, possibly, and a suspension, possibly, for going to somebody's locker room and headbutting. You ain't squabbled a nigga down. You ain't punch on him. You headbutted him. What part of the game is that? That's the goofiest shit I've ever heard. If I'm going to risk some thousands of dollars and a possible fine, we going to punch this nigga out. So, yeah, that was pretty goofy. Sacrificing my career for a fucking headbutt. Who does that? And then, you're playing a dangerous game. Wu was from Philly. Somewhere in your life journey, you might have to end up in Philly one day. Albright has people that love him just like the people in Norfolk love you. Are you prepared for those consequences when you just so happen to be in Philly and niggas run up on you for what you just did? So when you go down that slippery slope of wanting to be a fake street nigga, be prepared to go 100 miles an hour. So, yeah, it was just goofy all around the board. But yeah, that's my call, man. You about to get suspended for throwing a headbutt, not catching a real fade. Got to be some of the goofiest shit I've ever heard in my life. Check your mental health at all times. I'm out.
Good call, bro.
Fats.
Yo. Man, remember Dave Chappelle with the Rick James episode? They should have never gave them niggas money, Ness. They should have never gave them niggas money, man. Seriously, man. Man, look, I hate to be one of them dudes today. That ain't no black guy, man. That's a nigga that did that shit. You don't do shit like that. He got us looking bad out here, man. It's like, no, I ain't gonna say he the reason for all of us and shit like that. I ain't gonna do that. But yeah, definitely with some goofy shit though, man. Then I didn't even know his son and shit was in a stroller. Man, look, he luckily in the head Albright ain't had no peoples there. I would have said, get the baby. Get the baby too. You want to act crazy? charged the baby down the hallway. Fuck that. That shit was wild though, yo. That was some ghetto ass shit. I can't believe he did
Wow,
that,
this
yo.
dude is
Like
crazy.
I just don't understand that though, yo. I really don't get it.
Ignore
But you
that.
know what? You know what? I ain't gonna keep on punching on dude. I already talked about it last night. He definitely gonna get suspended, But you know what's so crazy, Ness? I remember Zab Judah. Zab Judah was going on a crazy streak like this. He wasn't going to niggas' locker room and beat him up. But I remember one time he was ready to fight the ref in the ring for when he lost that fight. I forgot who the fuck it was, yo. I forgot who the fuck it was. Like, it be some crazy shit going on in boxing, but I've never heard this. Like, another dude go to the locker room, especially a nigga that wasn't even fighting. Like, you wasn't even, like, I never heard of that one. Like, you wasn't even fighting and you went over there and did that shit. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But he definitely gonna get suspended and another fine coming. Like, damn, bro. Like, we call that hustling backwards in the hood. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you already didn't get your fight check. You know what I'm saying? You already had to pay this dude extra money for you missing the weight. You get what I'm saying? You fucked up the whole event. 2,000 people gave their money back. I mean, and you ready to get fined and probably suspended for this dumb shit. I mean, that's definitely hustling backwards, man. That's definitely hustling backwards. And the last caller, right though, yo, like when you go to Philadelphia, like it's people that love dude too. Like now it's just like you just put yourself in a situation you just didn't have to. But the dude Mason, man, I mean, I like how he showed out. He definitely represented his peoples well and shit like that. And they doing the right things, man. Like, I don't think it was a weak stop. It's Nakathila quit. Nakathila quit. When the doctor asked him, was he good? He said, no, I ain't good. I said, damn, he just going to quit like that, but he ain't want no more of that punishment. That cut was getting real bad, man. That cut was getting real bad. But hey, you see the difference in when he fought Nakathila and when Shakur fought him. Man, look, man, Shakur don't be fighting nobody, bro. I'm telling you, ain't nobody gonna want to unify with that dude up there at 135. Maybe Raymond Mortala, maybe because they on the same side of the street, maybe. But ain't nobody gonna want to unify with that boy when he get that belt, man. Ain't nobody gonna want to unify with him. He might as well just get that belt, defend it once, and move up, because ain't nobody gonna want to fight him. It's sad to say, but that division ain't been the same since Haney left, and it's crazy. Like, nobody want to unify. Everybody just want to hold their belt, stay over there, do what they do. It's just, I just don't understand that shit. Like 135, man, that shit is in shambles now. These dudes don't want to fight each other, but I appreciate the call.
All right.
Yo, that caller, man. Yo, you the shit, bro.
Richard Steele
Yeah, me dying over here. It's just that he just speaking truth, man. You never know when something will pop off. Dudes, sometimes you think common sense is common sense, and people should act accordingly on the way your perception of how you view the world sometimes. And then some people show you real crazy. Like, there's real evil in this world, man. You can't ignore that, bro. Like, you think that you're walking around, man. Let me tell you, sometimes, man, it was true when the OGs told me, bro. Keep walking around like that, Edwin, until one day you run into yourself. Bro.
There's always somebody better than you out there. Listen, we got over
Yeah,
1,000 on YouTube. I need you to keep hitting the thumbs up. That's going to help with the algorithm and put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans that need to express their thoughts on what took place last night. We're taking calls on Discord or X Spaces as you see it scrolling across. Ask for the link. I'll put it in the live chat. But if you're a listener, you should know where to find it. Also, we got a couple super chats here I want to get to before we move on to the callers. We got 03 Dub, $2. Man, everything. I don't know. I guess this is something about. He says, black quick to turn on the youth. Latins protect. Mad Bet, $2. Keyshawn is Tupac of boxing. I hit him up. 03 Dub. Ness did the same when he was young. He should know. I did. The Pullout Bandit, $5. 2,000 people got their money back, but Top Rank didn't have to pay Keyshawn their purse. That event ended in the green. You crazy, bro. You forgetting they still had to pay the other dude purse. You know what I'm saying? Mad bet 100, and you don't know if those 2,000 tickets were like the expensive ones because the main event changed, right? Like if I'm buying a ringside seat, I want my money back. That ain't the same main event I paid for. But I get you. He says plus emoji, green check emoji, stock rise and emoji. T Supermercado, stop Nakathila in 2. Compare. They don't like to compare. When I say that, then they hit me with the, oh, well, Murataya did it first. Murataya did it first, man. We got Chad out of Canada.
Nasty work. We got 1,000 people watching and we got 378 likes. Let's get these likes up, people. Come on.
Yeah, people click the like, man. I don't know what's up with that, man. I listen on Discord, but I always go to YouTube just to click the like and then I come back. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I left my opinion about Keyshawn yesterday. I'm not taking away from Junto today, man. What he did, unifying and getting that ring belt, it was a great performance. He had Inoue quaking in his seat. I think he's the greatest threat to Inoue right now. And I just want to say about that lineal belt, Inoue and Donaire were the last ones to trigger that. I would say 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. I don't remember exactly when. So Inoue held the lineal title at bantamweight for as long as he was there, and then he vacated it. But before Inoue got that lineal title, just recently, a couple years ago, I think it had been since the 80s that there had been a lineal champion at bantamweight. It went for decades with no lineal champion at bantam. Bantam is like this transitional division, you know, like guys just don't stay there long enough to get established that lineal title. So it's a kind of a big deal to me, Junto getting the lineal belt today on top of unifying. I think he's a great champion and deserves our notice today, man. Like, can't let Keyshawn take away from what he accomplished today, man. That seems to me to be giving him. That might be the worst thing we can do after what he did last night, man. But I get it. Everyone wants to talk about it. But
You just did it,
that's
caller.
pretty much all.
Thank you.
Sorry, are you guys saying something? Like this Discord, man, it's such a noisy app. I always feel like you guys are talking while I'm talking. Are you guys trying to say something?
Edwin certainly tried to slide in a one-liner and
Sorry,
say,
guys.
Edwin,
Sorry, Ed. Round one with the Discord, it's really hard to tell when you guys are talking or not. Like, I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to just talk over you. Go ahead.
No, I was just thanking you for commending and shouting out Junto Nakatoni for accomplishment that he made today. And I just want you to let you know that you just let the world know on one of the biggest platforms. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, no problem. In round one, sorry guys, my dog's going off. My wife just came home. Let me move. Just quickly though, round one, you've been dropping some real gems all week, bro. Like I gotta say, I wasn't fully sold on you as a co-host, and this week though, man, you've been dropping real gems, and yeah, I see. I think you're growing as a co-host on TBV and finding your place on the panel, and yeah, it's been a good week for you on TBV, bro. But
Thank you.
I'm gonna slide out, guys. My dog's going crazy. I'll talk to you later.
all right, champ, appreciate you. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show, help us get more callers. That was Chad in Canada, keeping the show international. If you're on our Twitch, don't forget to follow. We're trying to break over 100 subscribers. If you're on X live streaming video, go ahead and hit that retweet, repost. That is free and a way to, you know, also get more people to watch. They become listeners. listeners become callers. You know, callers call in and give their take not only on the fights, but on the entire weekend. Don't forget, we got the polls going. I switched it up on X, and we got will Abdullah Mason win a world title by 2026? 80.4% yes, within a year. 15.7% yes, but after 2026. 3.9% say no, he'll falter. And 0% believe it's too early. We got C-Dub on X Spaces. What up?
Yo, hot audio.
Straight.
Straight, that's what's up, man. Shout out TBV. Smash that like button, it's free. Do something with yourself. Ness, round one. Salute. Shout out to the community, man. Salute. Shout out to the community. Smash that like button. Do something with yourself. It's free. It's free, man. Do something. Man. The Davis brothers, they dropped the ball. Immature, distasteful. You brought shame to everyone that represents you. No matter the race. Anytime anybody do something like this, you bring shame to, you embarrass everyone that represents you or you represent. So to the race, to Top Rank, people that put their money behind you, the fans, your family, you embarrass all of them. And I don't know, some goofy shit, man, was said like they could make the money, they got money to make this go away. They should get a fine and they should get suspended. A year and the money. And we gonna hit you there. Because you gotta have a strong deterrent to let people know this can't happen ever again. Somebody brought a Khabib. I guess they don't know that Khabib got fined $500,000 for jumping in the crowd. And he got a 9-month suspension.
Yeah, he did.
It's a strong response to some foolishness and them immature bullshit like you saw with, so they can't transpire ever again. It gotta be a strong deterrent. Man, and then we're not gonna reward them. That's some stupid, like people just coming up with all stupid stuff. You don't reward somebody and give them a title shot with Gary Russell when he come back. Even though it's a tough fight, I see you to play like you want him to have to be in a tough fight, but no. He don't go to the back of the line, but he go to the middle. He lost his belt already, and he moving up. So now you gotta work for that. You gotta work to be back in the good graces to get a title shot, to get a big fight. Show maturity. It's just, but man, that goofy shit, man. That distasteful stuff. We know it wasn't me hitting these tickets, man. I tried to tell the money team, Vega part of it. I don't know if you followed me. Decision Demons was on the card last night. You got Tiger Johnson. You got Troy Aston. Anytime you see those two guys, free game, high level out shit, big decision. Bet the fight gonna go the distance. Bet the fight gonna go the distance. I put my parlay. My parlay was Kelvin, Troy, and Tiger Johnson. Fights going over 8.5. I made some money off open Tiger today to win 4 through 6. It just was a good weekend for me. UFC tickets.
All right, champ. That's the bell.
Now, how do you guys see this playing out? Does Keyshawn get the ban into suspension, or do the both brothers? Like, what, and is like a year ban too stiff, or that's about right for him to cool off, let the people forget about this and come back? Like,
yeah, I mean,
I see a couple people in the chat typing this, so I'm just responding back to what the chat is saying. So what do you guys are saying, like, and thinking about this, like, in which way?
Let's see. 03 Dub, $2. Say what?
Nah, I was reading the chat. He said 1 year ban is crazy. Ryan got a year for drugs. So okay.
Damn, so you saying he won more? They wildin'. 03 Dub, $2. Before fight, it's promo. After fight, it's banned. Shaking my head. Boxing soft. Yeah, he
Now
right,
they
because
saying
when Plant smacked Charlo, that's promo for a pay-per-view. Now, they do this
6
after
months
the
max.
fight, and we talking about banning. So I see what you're doing there, Dubby. I see what you're doing there. Pat Bandero.
Que la que hay, mi gente.
What up?
What up, bro?
Hey, man, that was a beautiful weekend of boxing, but it was also a sad day of boxing. What I was gonna say is like, I don't like to kick a brother when he's down, but Keyshawn put this sport in disrepute. He has to really like he has to really get a proper punishment. I think a ban is definitely fair. I would say a year, because you really have to deter someone to actually go to that level. I'm talking about kids, kids that are watching boxing. This sport is to try to get people out of the street and try to to teach them discipline. So I don't know if he was out of his mind or if it was calculated. But anyway, he has to get a proper punishment for that. Um, Also, I have to shout out Terence Crawford for going to see Albright. Uh, I have to give him a shout out for that. He responded pretty well to that. He showed his professionalism. So I have to give his flowers to Crawford for that. And also, I think one of the caller was talking about Zabjura doing that stuff on the ring. I think it was against Mayweather. He's probably talking about the Mayweather fight when you had you know the coaches going at each other and stuff like that. So I think that's what he was talking about. And also like about the slap of what's his name, of Plant is different because Albright was there going to do his job, so technically he was working. Plant and what's his name, Charlo, they were just there as a audience or spectators or whatever you want to call that. So it's very, for me, it's different. It's not the same thing. Albright was there doing his job. He got the job done. You cannot do this. This is unacceptable. And as I said, I don't like to kick a brother down, but it has the people has to show that this cannot be done again. You know. And yeah, and este bimbazo the Wardley against Hooney, that was crazy, bro. I was like, I lost my mind like when I saw that. I mean, Hooney was just dominating. I don't understand how he could walk into that punch, but shout out to Wardley for this, bro. He's a warrior. And yeah, man, that's my call. Shout out to you guys.
All right.
All right,
All
Pat.
right.
Appreciate you.
Seems like a lot of people in the chat are divided. I got a lot of people saying 6 months is fine, 6 months max, 1 year, 1 year. So but what they're on is that some punishment should be handed out. One chat said that 6 months will carry him into the next year. So all right. So they do feel that some kind of punishment. A couple people said that to let it go. We'll see. We will see.
SDX Renzi, what up?
Yo. Good morning, Ness. Shout out round one. Shout out TBV. Shout out TBX and all my constituents, man. I just wanted to say, man, it was a pretty decent set of fights last night. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate you rocking out all day with us, Ness, like you always do. That shit got me through a little Saturday delivery. But man, as far as Keyshawn, the nastiest work, man. The nastiest work. This shit was so unprofessional. I didn't get to call in yesterday because I was mostly just listening. But even his attitude from when they seen his weight on the scale and how he smiled and he was just like, it was like he knew what the fuck was going on. I didn't like that. That shit rubbed me the wrong way. So the flow over into the end of the night, and then this how you end the night, crazy work, bro. The whole situation is like some fucking baddie shit, bro. Your brother get his ass whooped, so then y'all go down and run down on the man. And my only thing that throw me off even more is that, like you said, Keyshawn was in it, but then they had the other brother that won. He was in the shit too, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, you fucking up your stocks and you had a good performance. Your brother fucked up his stocks and ain't even get to fight. And then y'all do some dumb shit like that. I go with what Dub said, man. Shout out C Dub. Bro, they gotta do something serious, man. I feel like one caller even said it last night. Take this shit to the board or the boxing commission or some shit like the Haney's did. If I was an Amir Albright or anybody in his camp, I'm trying to press charges for my fighters. Fuck a ban, fuck a suspension. We gonna let the law handle it, cause like round one just said, man, that shit is not fair. That man went in there, did his job, tired as fuck, and then you gotta fight niggas off of you to defend yourself because they mad about some shit. That's some emotional ass shit. These niggas let ego get in the way, and we need to pack them the fuck up. Get them niggas out of here, man. We don't need baddies in the sport of boxing. If you can't take your L's and be a man about that shit and move forward, you need to get the fuck out the way, man. That shit was nasty work and it don't need to happen again. Shout out TBV. That's my call.
All right. All right.
Shout out caller. Great call.
We got what's next for Keyshawn Davis? Career over. Rematch Albright. 1 year suspension. Pressing charges and getting sued. Those are your options. We got
The bottom three.
Angel. What up?
Yes, I can't pick the bottom three.
Only one. Angel got to unmute. If you're watching this on YouTube, smash that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. If you're on X live streaming video, I need you to also repost, retweet. What's up, champ? You there? And is that a no? Angel. All right. We got Quan.
What up, Ness? What up, Rob?
What up?
Man, it's good, man. A little good weekend of boxing, man. Shoot, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out to the Midwest. Tiger Johnson did what he had to do, and Abdullah did what he had to do. I feel like a lot of people ain't like Tiger Johnson's performance, and I think he was just honestly getting through it, going through the motions, but he still was showing like his skills. And that split screen was kind of crazy, but it's just showing you that's Top Rank is showing you what they wanted to do for Tiger. Like they showing you like we trying to put him in position to eventually probably fight Brian Norman Jr. Like that's one of their welterweights. And they also like want to see how pick the mind of Prentice Brewer. And Prentice Brewer was giving him some solid instructions. He pretty much is like, all right, I know you can box this dude all day, but he wanted to see him start to sit down on certain punches, do certain combinations. He was telling him like very specific things like do the 1-2-1 or the 1-1-2 and certain things, or like just sit down. He was definitely crashing out though. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was funny as hell. But he just wanted to really see the best out of his fighters. And Abdullah, hey, he just doing what he got to do. We already know what's going on. The same thing. He getting set up for the play. About to get a title shot. So that's why I said the other day, it ain't nothing wrong with this little Top Rank diet or what they doing, because they putting their guys in position. And this happen to be guys I support. Hey, you feel me? Keyshawn Davis, man, I don't know. At first, I was like, all right, everybody missed weight. It definitely was unprofessional. It was intentional. I don't know why he did all that woofing. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking like maybe he just trying to give Abdullah some shine. Maybe give him a little opportunity to pop his personality, and it just didn't work out that way. If he knew he was going up, because otherwise, why else is you causing all that commotion? And then this stuff going on, he crashing out. I don't know, man. They gotta figure that out. But yeah, bro, it was a decent boxing weekend of boxing. And I wanted to say that one thing about that Hooney thing. I can send the counter real quick. 'Cause I got something else to say too. Got you on that file. So I did look at it, right? Hooney was down for the 10 seconds, but it was like immediately after he went down, and people were saying like, "Oh, why did Tyson Fury get that special treatment?" I just want to ask y'all, like, in boxing, do like certain fighters get certain, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, like a championship fighter, you got to really take it to them in the championship round to take their belt. Do certain fighters just get certain
Yep.
passes for things like?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So that's
But
an
it don't.
unwritten rule in
It ain't no
boxing.
race
Basically, we got
thing.
to
It ain't
accept.
no race thing. Cause look,
No,
Franchon just got
not
that
race.
love. You know where you got it, where that girl Ortiz didn't do enough in my eyes to take it from the champ.
So that's just the unwritten rule
Meaning,
we
like
got to
when
accept.
That's an unwritten rule
well,
we gotta accept. Yeah, until they come up with an official way to judge. Judging is subjective. Remember, it's humans. So if I apply to become a judge, I've been telling y'all for years I prefer boxers. So I'm gonna score when a motherfucker slip a jab, you know what I'm saying, and counters and uses the ring versus the dude that's going, ooh, ooh, man, get the fuck out of here. That's not skill. Sometimes it takes skill to
Yeah,
do that, though. I ain't gonna front.
yeah, I'm definitely like you. I'm a fan of the boxer. That's why I was like really impressed with Hooney and what he was doing until it was over. Hey man, this boxing shit is real, man.
Hell yeah.
It could be over just like that, man. So, bro, before y'all be judging these fighters and shit, just know this shit real out here. Hey, it's about to get real for your boy Cliff, man. Hey, Cliff, bro, you cook, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm about to put hands and hooves on you for thinking that you can step with me. So, hey, and that's thank you for all the motivation. I'm gonna make sure I get right so I don't look how I was looking. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It's on August 2nd, man. Match that up. We about to pay these fees, and yeah, it's going down.
all right, all right.
All right, I'm out. I'm out.
When
All right.
when you talk about the champion getting the champion, what we consider the champion's nod, meaning that if you go into a fight and you don't definitively beat the champion, sometimes some of these judges will honor that. It's not technically a rule. No, it's not. Right. But what good is it to be a champion if you don't really have any benefits in a close fight? I thought, for example, the fight with Lomachenko and Devin Haney, he wasn't fighting one champion. He was fighting an undisputed champion. And if you were going to go in there and beat him, you needed to beat him undecisively on my part for 4 belts. And I didn't feel like he did that. And then sometimes we know that coming in some of these fights and we get upset at some outcomes. But hey, it is what it is. I think the champion should get a small, like, you know, not a conciliao type thing, but with Foster, that was crazy.
I got Steven Gonzalez, $5. I'm not justifying it, but how he get jumped in his room? His people weren't there. Mad Bet, $102. Tupac, Keyshawn, Ambition of a Rider. G-Ball, $5. Y'all wildin' talking about charges and a year suspension. It's boxing. At the end of the day, y'all going overboard. Settle it in the ring again. Ron Boy Fresh with the counter, but I don't see you. Why you mad, Toya?
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
What up?
Audio okay?
Straight.
What's up, round one?
Hey, how you doing?
Been listening to y'all all night for the weekend. I just want to say it was a great weekend of boxing. Shout out to Jai Opataya for the broken jaw. Hit that dude in the jaw and broke it. You heard that crack. It was so crazy. Jai Opataya did a great job today. Nakatani also had a good win. won me some money on the parlay after that Keyshawn fiasco. Um, I just want to say I believe that Keyshawn it has been and let's not forget Devin crashed out. He swung on a kid at a carnival. Kishore was in a squabble and hit a girl in the back of the head and didn't make a fall. So a lot of these boxers go through things, but I just feel like the series of events that led up to Keyshawn crashing out, it might be that snack shit. He might be roid raging. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like losing his belt on the scale, then he throwing popcorn and hot dogs and shit all in his mouth, just so unprofessional in front of all his fans. Like I think it's the series of events that make it look worse for him. He's not at that level yet where he can afford to do things that way and still,
Yo,
get
you out
get
of
the
control,
back.
man.
What?
There was
I'm
no
serious.
hot dogs, first of all.
Well, I thought he had a hot dog in the other hand. I don't know. That man
Wow.
probably was high too. Like, who knows? That nigga probably smoked a blunt and came back out like, fuck it. Weed make you say fuck it sometimes. So I don't know. But I think it's a series of events that led up to the and then after then the fight, like, it looks bad that way. But a lot of boxers crash out and go through things and they start doing things, but the series of events, I feel like it looks really bad for him because he's not at that level yet to do those type of things and still keep his fans. Like, yes, Tank did some stuff, but his fans still on his side.
Wait, who you said punched the girl and didn't drop her? You terrible.
Shakur
Shakur
got into a
Stevenson.
squad first time and punched a Mexican girl in the back of the head. She turned around, thought it was a fly or something that was flew on the back of the head. So, like, Devin punched that kid at the carnival, missed the jab at the carnival, and he did something that was crazy too. So I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's wild, man. I just feel like Keyshawn. I hope that he get it together because I was really looking forward to this fight. I'm not gonna lie, I had so much money on this fight. Like, I was really looking forward to him and De Los Santos. I don't feel like he should get suspended. I feel like they should run it back in the ring. But I do believe that it's going to cost him a lot more because if that guy, what if Albright don't press charges, right? And what if his manager's like, no, let's do it because they can sue Top Rank, they can sue DB3 because they are a brand. They can also sue the venue, what a venue was held, the venue where it was
Everybody,
held at
the
for not
venue, because
protecting them.
they ain't
Like,
protect them. Exactly. They got
yeah,
jumped.
that's a lot of money. That's a lot. And I feel like if they go that route, I believe that's gonna make Keyshawn get even worse in trouble. Like, I believe Top Rank may drop him if Bob have to. Bob don't play that shit. He don't like coming off no money. Y'all know that. Bob old as hell. He don't like coming off no money. But that's my take, guys. Thanks, Kings, and y'all have a great day.
You got to keep calling in. That was hilarious. You too
Oh,
much.
yeah. Great call. Great call.
Yo, Round Boy Fresh, counter.
Hey Mo, what's good with you, Slim? All right, I hate I gotta talk about this bam ass motherfucker from Norfolk again, but a joker called and said I said that we should reward him with a title fight. That's not actually what I said. What I said is motherfuckers want to cherry pick what you say. What I was saying is to make this right for Top Rank. I don't give a fuck about Key at this point. Top Rank looking at it, we got a devalued fighter. The way you bring value to Top Rank is to get us a motherfucking belt. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pay you a minimum. Keep in mind, these boxes have minimums, right? So his minimum is to, let me give him a Sandor Martin fight, pay him a minimum for that. Or or am I gonna pay him a minimum for getting me a motherfucking belt at 140? I'm gonna tell you to go get us a motherfucking belt. You, after your 3 or 6 month suspension, your ass is fighting somebody for a belt. Slim, simple as that. Simple as that. That's how it's gonna be. Now, as far as the slap, when we were talking about what was that round one was, what were we saying about the judiciary system? I'm not talking about the motherfucking commissioners. I'm not talking about the motherfucking the sanctioning bodies. I was talking about with the judiciary system when they charge somebody as an assault. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact that he has enough money to make the case go away. That's what the fuck I was talking about, Slim. God damn, motherfuckers always be on some Bama shit. Just listen to what the fuck I'm saying. I'm not trying to see Key come back if he ain't fighting no significant fight. Period. I'm not trying to see this shit. That's just my point. Give a fuck when y'all want to give him motherfucking Jermaine Ortiz to teach him a lesson and still pay him a minimum for Jermaine Ortiz. Y'all's rewarding him. The fuck is that? How's that helping my company? Man, get the fuck out of here. That's all I got, Slim. I'm out.
All right. You know what's the irony in that? C-Dub is from Alabama. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. And he keep calling him Bama. But he's saying it a different way.
I heard what he said off the first time, and then I just piggybacked off of it and said, you know, necessarily they don't even need Albright to press charges. The DA has enough footage that they can choose to go ahead with their own charges with no one coming forward. You know, and I just piggybacked off his what he was saying. I acknowledge what he said. Yeah.
Viewers in the chat are reacting to Toya's commentary during a boxing event. They are discussing different aspects of the commentary and the event itself. Toya, you made it to the chat summary. Speaking of the chat, pound for pound, numero uno.
It's all over. He's knocked out.
Shout out Saint coming in pound for pound number 1. Quest, you number 2. Cheh. And pound for pound king number 3 on the chat, pound for pound leaderboard. We also got this poll going on. What's next for Keyshawn Davis? Career's over, 12%. Rematch Albright, 25%. 1 year suspension, 39%. Charges and lawsuit, 24%. We got Alex Vega.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, yeah, man. Good morning. Good afternoon, son. Man, bro,
Alex.
that bitching y'all were doing this weekend, bro. Fucking, I think it was not y'all in particular, but a lot of people like, oh no, the De Los Santos fight is over. And we had a really good weekend of fights, man. I was thoroughly entertained. Enjoyed the live fight chat. Enjoyed speaking boxing with everybody, man. And even this Sunday, man, woke up, saw Opataya kind of stretched it out a little bit. You know, he had a dude that wasn't going down off single shots. Went to the body, got him out of there. I seen Nakatani close a dude's eye. And yeah, man. So I mean, we had boxing from Thursday to Sunday, and there's so much going on. But yet, the biggest thing is Keyshawn. He's a criminal, or oh, come on, guys. You know, we're gangsters and thugs here, man. Yo, DP, like, yo, this shit is crazy, bro. Yo, it really is the wild, wild west out here. Like, it literally, you know, hey, listen, man, should we condone what Keyshawn did? Like, at the end of the day, we don't know what was really said and what provoked him. We just going off of what Nair said. And, you know, I'm not saying for sure, you know, Nair is right or wrong. We just don't know. One thing I think that was never spoken about is not once did Nair say, you know, Keyshawn punched him. In the video, actually, the only punch I ever saw thrown was from Nair. If you want to go off of that.
Well, he was specific. They asked him specifically, did he get punched? And he said, nah. So he didn't try to gas it up. He said, nah, they didn't try to punch me. They just, you know, grabbed me and headbutted me.
Yeah. So I don't understand the big outrage. I'm not condoning it. Like, it wasn't cool for them to go back there and try to push up on him just because he beat his brother. But maybe there was maybe he did a little shit talking. You know, a lot of you guys think you guys are the biggest, baddest wolves in the world. And, you know, y'all, you know, when someone says something on the show, y'all want to fight them. Y'all say, y'all, I don't need gloves. So, yeah, you know, it's a lot of, what do you call it? Like teeter-totter in here, man. A lot of people just pick sides. You know, if it was someone, you know, someone else, you know, they may act one way. If it's someone that's from their hometown, or, you know, they feel like that's their cousin or something, you know, they act differently, man. It's at the end of the day, sometimes this shit works out well where it boosts someone's profile, and we get a big fight, and other times it's just a mess. I think right now it's a mess just because it's not just the one incident. It's how this whole event came together, and throughout the whole process to where we are now, it's nasty. I think that's really what it is. It's not a good look. It's not how we wanted basically Keyshawn's first title defense to go. We wanted to see him get in the ring and see if he could put on a performance. But instead, it's just shit after shit after shit. And it's going to be interesting how Top Rank moves forward. But, as what they should do, man, it's tough because for years, Mike Tyson was built off the out of the ring things. We seen Derek Chisora at press conferences throw tables. Didn't someone spit on one of the Klitschko's? I don't know if it was Chisora or David
Hell yeah,
Hay.
Chisora and somebody else, Shannon Briggs, I think. No, Chisora spit on one and slapped the other.
Yeah. Bro, recently, remember, didn't they say Teofimo got jumped or he got pushed on by Arnold Barbosa? Ain't nobody give a fuck. I didn't hear no one talking about Arnold Barbosa Sr. should be suspended, or anything like that. This is boxing. It's the Wild Wild West. Hey, if something comes to be, if they press charges and they have to go through the legal process, all right, does that mean he shouldn't be able to fight? Like, get out of here, bro. Like, how many of y'all work jobs and maybe y'all get pushed up real quick, have to go to court? Should your job not allow you to work?
That's the bell player.
Just food for thought, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right. We got on the super chat list Leonard Sterling. It's a ref 10 count, not 10 seconds. Some refs count slower than others. Hooney up after 9. He got up. Rocky. Ref waved it off. Caster Shell, $5. Pressure fighting takes just as much skill as pure boxing. Calling pressure fighters unskilled is low IQ. Are Mike Tyson, Chavez, and Hagler unskilled? My dude, you mentioned 3 legends. You sound silly. Mention some of the... Is Rocky Hernandez or Rocky Aguado Hernandez going to be a legend? What about Renee Tellis? Is he going to be a legend? Help me. Help me understand, because you naming fucking legends and talking silly. 99% of that come forward shit is garbage that gets punched on the face by more skilled fighters. If you want to keep lying to them dudes who throw their head down and wave bombas and lie to them and tell them they skill, so then when they get in there with a truly skilled fighter, they get beat on and always lose, okay.
Yeah.
But there's a reason that style loses to the boxer.
Yeah. But there's a lot more that goes to that style in order to pull off. It takes a very special individual. You have to have an iron chin. You have to have special qualities about yourself. Not everybody can pull that style off. Like
or
you're
just
saying
good
that.
matchmaking, because look at how ass Navarrete is. But he's a 3-time world champion, right? But technically, he is not traditionally a skilled fighter. He's very, awkward, very non-traditional. Mechanically, he doesn't do the punches the way that a trainer would teach you. He scoops water. He's loopy. Right. His hands is down. He's overweight, But he gets it done with that style depending on the matchmaking.
Yeah,
they certainly never put that dude in with everybody. They put him in with the styles that suited him.
Right. William Cepeda has a similar one. Subriel has a similar one.
And let's see how far Cepeda gets.
Right.
Let's see how far Cepeda gets, because look how long they took. The kid got like 33 fucking fights, and to fight Shakur, he fought 5 southpaw fights before fighting Shakur. 5 southpaw fights before fighting Shakur. So let's see how far he gets, because again, that's a perfect example of the style that I'm talking about, right? And he's more skilled. Traditionally, he's more skilled. His hands are up. He's digging to the body, He's more like a Mexican Earl Spence. I'm not really talking about him. Traditionally, he's a little more sound. His hands are
Right.
up. You know, he's
Right.
he's not a crazy person. You know, I'm
Right.
talking about those crazy just come forward fighters
Yeah.
that they not here for a long time. They taking beatings or giving them. DJ Double D $5. If one of us did what Keyshawn did, they'd arrest us for assault, child endangerment, disturbing the peace, and CPS would be knocking on the door. Totally right.
Yes, sir.
Leonard Sterling,
Yes.
5-pounder. Round 1, Aram said, plan for Inoue September in Japan and December in Saudi. If Inoue beats MJ in September, who could be December bout? Nakatani, Ball, or someone else?
It was going to either be, from what rumors I'm hearing in Japan, it was either going to be Sam Goodman or they were going to talk to David Allen Picasso once again to try to get an in-between fight.
Both of those guys got
the
fights.
title.
Sam Goodman is fighting Nick Ball, and Picasso, look it up. He's just got a fight announced yesterday.
But we still we still haven't got past the MJ fight. I'm talking long term with the fan.
Pat with the counter. Hawk, I see you. Don't give up, baby. These counters just cutting the line.
Yo, you hear me?
We hear you.
Hey man, shout out to Vega. He knows his boxing and stuff like that, so shout out to him. But I just disagree when he says like, we have to let it, this is not something wild or whatever.
Yeah, no, he keeps condoning it by saying this is the Wild Wild West. So what? It's the Wild Wild West. I mean, we don't have to live in anarchy forever.
No, this is what I'm saying. This is first of all, this is a sport. That's the first thing. This is a sport, and this is one of the special sports that technically try to get, kids out of the street. That's a special sport, boxing. So, the reason why I really like emphasize on that is that we have to make sure that we deter people to repeat this type of stuff. We have to deter people to do that. We have to make sure it doesn't happen again. And the only way that stuff doesn't happen again is when you give it like a very strict punishment or whatever you want to call that. So this is the point. This is not, yeah. Set as an example. Even though someone's going to do it again, but you have to limit it like to the maximum. And once again, Devin Haney is not my favorite fighter, so I want to state this now. But Devin Haney shows that he was on the top, undisputed, but he kept his professionalism. You never hear Devin Haney going crazy like that, not this type of story. So that shows how hard it is to stay on the top and to stay cool-minded. This is a very difficult thing. The mental strength in the sports of boxing is key. Also, I want to sorry. Yeah, once again, I wanted to give a shout out to C-Dub for saying dropping the ball, because technically that's what DB3 stands for now, is dropping the ball 3. So yeah, shout out to C-Dub for that. But yeah, man, really like that call is really to say like, we have to deter people to do this, and if it's the punishment is the way to do this, then it has to be a high punishment. It's not acceptable. I'm talking for sports minded and the business. And Keyshawn is a dad as well, isn't he?
Correct.
So you see, this is another thing. So not to add on, but this is something that we really have to look at. So I hope that the man is coming back, more focused and but yeah, shout out to the panel and los escucho.
All right, champ, appreciate you. And if you want to call in, Discord, X Space is available. We got 03 Dub, $2 more. Usually this dude be hating, but this is actually correct. Key value went up. We all want to see what he does next. Kind of true, man. Kind of true. And we going out to Hawk in Maryland. Hawking them down.
Yo, what's up, Nats?
What up?
Ain't too much. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday,
And
champ.
Sunday. Yeah, man. What's up? Round one? God damn, that smoke must have went long pipe, as they say. Yeah, man. Damn, dog. First off, the dude Keyshawn, bro, when he weighed in and the shit was over and that look on his face when he smiled. I know everybody thought he was smiling because he was laughing. I thought he was hurt, dog. I thought he was butthurt. He knew he was about to lose his title, all that. So I don't know if it was a smile because he was laughing or it was a smile because he was fucked up. I don't think he thought he was going to be that far overweight. He might have had a clue he was going to be over, but yeah. And then when it came to later on in that night, I just think he watched a dude that crashed out, bro. And out there in Virginia, it's Commonwealth State, man. They don't need nothing to charge you for. They probably charged that nigga already. You never know with them people out there in Virginia, bro. That's a risky call. Starting that chaos outside the fight, yo. Cause out in Virginia, man, them niggas don't have no problem knocking motherfuckers out. Quick. They come get you quick out there. So, but as far as Keyshawn headbutting the dude and everything, man, like I said, I think the nigga was fucking hurt losing his belt and title. I don't even see why he came to the fight to sit around and everything. So everything he did last night, I think he had to rethink all that shit. I think he was hurt watching the dude he was talking shit to, Abdullah. He had the main event. He was looking good. Then his brother took a L. Man, they just took L's all night last night, man. So yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go. Only the future know the future. But I hope he learned from this one, dog, because that was some stupid shit. That was the dumbest shit. I mean, that was just, like I said, the nigga imploded, man. We watched the dude implode. And I think it started from when he missed that weight and he thought the dude was going to do the fight. And the dude didn't do the fight. Shit, he was catching it from Bob. He was catching it from everywhere before we even got to the part where he went in and headbutt the dude because the big dude beat his brother up, though, man. God damn. Was the scorecard straight to y'all? How did the scorecards look to you, Ness?
Albright's fishy. Them shits was too close. They had a 9-5, 9-5. They was wilding.
What?
They had one even.
What the fuck? That shit was crazy, man. He beat dude up.
Yeah, man.
I mean, dude. Yeah, so it was foul all the way
Bro,
around. You know?
boxing politics really exists. Because we watching that fight and we saying, damn, I hope they don't rob him. And sure enough, there was a 95-95. So, you know, it's not a conspiracy. Like, there's always a judge in the fucking pocket. What was the other fight we just seen where somehow they had the shit? I think they ain't give Boca Chica one round, right? They had it 100-90. It's crazy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's always one judge in the bag, bro. Always. And the last fight we seen was 117-110. Somebody just got to remember. I'm telling you, these scorecards in the last few days have been bananas. There's always a judge in the fucking bag, bro. It's obvious as day. Like Mayweather gets a draw with Canelo.
Yep, I was about to say that same shit.
Somebody always got a fucking judge, bro. I mean, look, I don't know if Teddy Atlas was right, but I love Teddy. And, you know, I watched him when he was on ESPN, Friday Night Fights and all that shit. And one day he had a rant. And he opened my eyes because it's true, bro. The commission picks the judges and all that, but it's the promoter that gives them the room at the MGM Grand. It's the promoter that slides them the envelope on the desk of the room with a couple of vouchers for some steak dinners at the local restaurants inside that casino. You know, think about a guy like Kenny Bellis. How many Mayweather fights did he do? His resume says 30 Mayweather fights, hypothetically. You understand? You don't get 30 Mayweather fights without doing something right for Mayweather. Mayweather likes the way you ref his fights. You don't allow him to be clinch and worked on. You break it up. You don't give the opponent an opportunity to hit on Mayweather in the clinch. So you know what? Ellerby, make sure we get Kenny. Put that man up. Give him that room overlooking Las Vegas. This is not make-believe. This is real. Why? Because the promoter pays for the room. When Golden Boy contracted me to do my show at Radio Row, they put me up. My room was under Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't about to fool me. I know what's going on. And shout out to Atlas, man. Until that changes, bro, again, you just put me up in the MGM. You got me doing my show at Radio Row. Because of Golden Boy, not only did they give me a 5-star room, I'm in Radio Row. Julio Cesar Chavez sat down with me. Lennox Lewis sat down with me. I mean, you name it. Ryan Garcia sat down with me. Jojo Diaz, Tevin Farmer, you name it, they sat down with me. Shit, I want to come back. Mr. Gibbs, you want to come back? Abso-fucking-lutely. What you need? This is what we need. Do you mind doing some collaborated posts? Do you mind posting this? Of course not. You understand? Like, let's not be silly. This is how relationships work, man. But something needs to change because these scorecards are more and more blatant. It's obvious. There is no denying that something is up. 03 dub $2. Y'all want Albright to sue, but not Haney. Wow. Well, Haney's suing again. Remember, that's the latest report that they redid the lawsuit because they ain't getting the fight. 03 dub $2. Tank hit and run on a Prego girl. No suspension. Headbutt? I mean, he got jail time and probation, bro. You wildin'. Like, that's what you wishing? You trying to act like he ain't get nothing. It's like you partially reading the news or something. We got stock chasers.
Yo, Ness, what's good? Round one. What up, though?
What up?
What up?
Hey, yo, check this out, man. I ain't gonna waste y'all time any longer talking about that Keyshawn guy. Look, man, I'm gonna be blatantly honest. I want him to lose, and I think he will lose because he got bad energy, and he ain't gonna last too long in this sport, man. He gonna catch a L. He gonna move up to 140, and them boys at 140 gonna get in that ass. I'm telling you right now. One of those guys gonna expose him. He ain't Shakur. He ain't Devin. He's like a level below, man. I don't know why the hell we put him on this pedestal. I'm not doing it. I want him to lose. I'm not a fan. Never was. And that L is loading. And then we'll see where he goes from there. But yo, look, to keep it moving. Broadway Joel has some breaking news, Ness. Let me know what you think. Apparently, De Los Santos pulled up on Shakur's manager, and then he want to work with him and stuff. So what you think about that?
Yeah, I think I seen it. I seen where allegedly the quote is James Prince said something like, I could help him get that revenue that he left on the table. I just, like I said, man, my advice, I don't want no beef, but make sure you read, because I hear you get 25% deduction from James Prince plus another deduction from Antonio Leonard. So you signing up, signing up to them, but they individually charging you versus 25% for James Prince, and out of that, Antonio gets paid. So I don't know what's going on. Again, I'm only hearing these things. I could be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, working with James Prince, what he's doing with his boxers, looks good to me, man. Just got to make sure the paper makes sense. On a side note,
I'm gonna put this out in the universe, man. My Toledo people, man. Y'all try to find out.
The tickets on sale, man, for the Berlanga Shakur, man. I'm about to cop mine, man. You
They
pulling up
been
or
on
what, man?
sale.
You
They
don't show
been
New
on
York no
sale.
love, man.
They been on sale.
You
You
pulling up?
late right now. You probably gonna get expensive tickets now.
Nah. Just looked at them, bro. There's a shit ton of tickets on sale, and the price is looking good. I'm surprised.
Bro, I can't go. My daughter's not the graduation. Yes, the graduation is the week after, the
What
19th,
about round
18th.
one, man? Round one, you pulling up or what?
I just might have to pull up. I'm only 3 hours away.
But Saquon is gonna be there and Johnny's gonna be there. I applied for Johnny and Saquon to cover it for me.
Ah, okay. Yeah, man. My birthday's on July 18th, so you feel me? I'm gonna go celebrate my birthday over there. Should be a good night of fights, man.
Oh, that's
But anyway, thanks
July.
for having me. Yeah, it's
Oh,
July
oh,
12th.
oh.
July 12th.
I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, Johnny asked for it and Saquon asked for it to cover it. So if I go, I would have to go as a fan and shit. And I ain't doing
Okay.
that. I'm too used to access. You feel me? All
Yeah,
right.
I hear you. All right, yo, y'all.
Treese, what up?
Trees.
No Treese. It's Tito Vos. Tito, that means you from Colombia?
No, sir. I'm Central American.
Oh, what? Where? I thought Vos was for, is it Argentina? Or I thought it was Colombian. That's a Colombian phrase, no?
Well, yeah, in Colombia they use it,
Okay.
but all through Central America, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Guatemala, we all say no jodamos.
So where you from?
Guatemala and El Salvador.
Okay.
Yeah. So, just shout out to the panel. One talk about Keyshawn and Keon, right? Those two are the ones that should get a consequence. Not the one that got mollywop. Not the brother that got mollywop. From the videos that I seen, he was trying to break stuff up. He knew something there was gonna be consequences. You know, it's a humbling experience getting your ass whooped. So I think he the only one that had common sense in that situation. Now 1 year suspension I think is good, man, because and if they're gonna suspend Keyshawn, they should suspend that fucking judge for giving him the one that said it was even.
Yes.
Suspend that motherfucker
He had
too,
it
bro. That shit was
95. That's criminal, bro.
terrible. Yep. I don't see how he can work in Virginia again. Put his name on blast. But that's the thing with these young dudes, man. They're they run around with all this confidence and zero like knowledge. The lack of experience is crazy. So with dudes that really live that life, like you look like a crash test dummy. If you're gonna jump somebody, you better have that dude in a hospital, like in a coma. Like 3 guys, it's ridiculous. Headbutts and then run into the to the stroller to go grab your baby so the police don't hem you up. That's all like that's clown shit, man. Like it's cringy. It's just ridiculous.
Musty energy.
Yeah, there's gotta be a consequence, man. I'm sorry, go ahead, round one.
Nah, I just said musty energy because that's what
Straight
Tone would
up.
say.
Hediondo. We say hediondo, apesta.
Oh, yeah.
That shit stank.
Apesta. Damn.
Hey, that's my call, fellas. Great show today.
Yep.
Yo, so have you gone back to Guatemala?
Nah, man. I went when I was 10.
Oh, okay.
But it's been so bad there. It's like, no thank you. And El Salvador, no jodas, bro. They gonna hand my ass
Guatemala's
up
bad right now?
Oh, man, they call it Guatepeor.
Wow. Even for the tourist places? Because I was
man,
literally Googling. That's a cheap vacation.
No. Those places are all good for tourists, man. But I'm not a tourist.
Yeah.
A lot of the gangsters, now they're all back there.
It's weird too, man. There's some weird ass gangs out there. Yeah, and the police is a gang.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't go back there. But anyways, fellas, good show. Keep it going.
All right.
I'm out.
Where my Ecuadorians at, bro? I was Googling that the other day, and it's like very affordable, very tropical, Caribbean vibes, beach vibes. You You could do a long stay, and it's affordable allegedly.
This?
No, Ecuador.
Oh
Ecuador.
no. I'm sorry, Ness. I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat was asking me what was in the cup, and this is a mate. I drink yerba tea. It's tea, and it's a drink. You could drink it all day. It's like an energy tea. You know, messing with Ness here, you're gonna need that energy. You know what I'm
Yo, you
saying?
take a lot of
So
performance enhancements. Now you taking Ginkoba and ginseng tea. You also taking pencil liners for the shape up.
what you mean enhancements? What
You got a
and
lot of
performance
enhancements going
enhancement?
on.
What performance enhancement? Can you give me them?
I
Well, how are you
just
gonna accuse me of something and not give me
I just
anything?
listed a few right there. You use the
What
pencil
can you give me
liners.
some?
You use the pencil
Like
liners.
Round one.
You just
Round
got
one.
caught with the
I'm greater than
ginseng.
you, and I know you've enhanced your beard. That's what he taught. Performance
Yeah, he got a
enhancements.
1
performance
billion
enhancement.
percent.
And not
1
only
billion. I
that,
dye my hair
but he
and
got
my
the
beard. I stay in the
Alvarez
game,
tea.
coach. I
I
stay
mean,
in the game, coach.
he got the
That's
Valdez
the
tea
Oscar
right
Valdez
now.
tea.
That's the
You
Oscar
know, hey,
Valdez tea.
whoa, pump. What? I don't know nothing about that. What's that mean?
Hey, Trees,
Oh
Toledo.
no, not with the steroid thing. Get the. I caught that. All
Oh
Yeah.
right,
my
now
Ness, look at my chest pick, cause he just got the tea and shit. This guy's crazy. What up, Trees?
What up, though? What up, though?
Hey, yo,
That boy
Ness.
Ron,
Nasty work,
that
Ness.
boy
Thanks for
Ron one
turning
on
on me, Ness.
stimulants, huh?
My man. I knew
Yo,
I could count on you.
Trees, I'm gonna restart that bell. Ask around town, man. I heard there's a man around town that when it was all time to take it home, it wasn't looking like it was supposed to look like because of them deductions. Ask around, man. You in that Toledo area, man. Get us that info.
I don't understand what you mean, man. Everything look like. I mean,
You a
I've
smart man.
seen
You gonna put it together off air.
some I've seen some things, but shit, from what I mean, shit, everything was looking like it was supposed to look. From what shit. Hey, but hey, man, say,
It'll
man,
click. It'll
I do
click.
want to say, man, shout out to my Midwest Mafia guys, man. I just want to say, man, with this, I just want to say on that card, by the way, the best Davis that I seen was Scooter Davis. Shout out to you, man. Derek
Word.
Davis, man. You put hands and hooves on the motherfuckers. Nice ass body
And then
shot.
he
Put his
then he's
ass
so
away.
humble. He tweeted out like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna do better next time."
Word. That's what's up, man. I like that kid, man. He's fire. I won't even call him a kid. I like that man. He's nice. I like what he got going on. That was a beautiful body shot. Put his ass away. Picture perfect. You see me? But Tiger Johnson, man. Oh man, my guy. We need to step our violence level up, man. That boxing shit, Olympic pedigree, that shit cute and whatnot. But Lord knows how I'm rocking. We like violence, pure unadulterated violence. You see me? He not he not violent enough for my life. What?
Damn, what we getting off on this stop?
No, we not getting off on this stock.
Now I ain't say
We
stock.
just
I said,
asking.
are we getting off on this stop? Like
Oh no,
you
no,
off
no,
the
we're not getting off
bus.
on this stop. No, no, no. We gon' chug along with my nigga. This is what my nigga Johnny say. It's a train right now. We try and turn it into a locomotive. You see me? But we just gotta step our violence level up. You feel me? With a locomotive, when a motherfucker get on the tracks, we need to start running these guys over, man. That guy with Boca Chica was ready to get put out of there, man. We had an opportunity to get him out of there in all sincerity. All we had to do was put our hands together, run some combinations, go to the body a little bit more, soften him up. You see me? What my man Atlas say? Put some water in the basement, the whole foundation to crumble. That's all we needed to do. He was a little bit tentative. But I like him at 147 though. I like him though. He looked better. I like what I'm seeing though. But speaking of
He got to
motherfuckers
pack
needing to
some
go to
weight on,
140,
man.
say that again.
He got to pack some
Say
weight
that.
on. He looked
Yeah,
thin.
no, that's a fact. No, that's funny that you say. I was looking at that too. And by the way, if anybody needs some strength and conditioning, and you know me, by the way, fuck that clock. You know how we rock. If somebody needs some strength and conditioning, man, you need to get with me, man. DM me Toledo _ Treese on Instagram. Like I say, man, that's fuck that clock. You know how we rock, man. Toledo _ Treese on Instagram. Get with me, man. We can get you right with the strength and conditioning, man. I did see it with my guy Tiger. You right. He could use some extra poundage. You see me? But speaking of my Midwest Mafia guys, that Edwin De Los Santos guy, I don't know if you got a fight, man. I don't know what you're doing, but I know a guy who's top 10 in the WBO. You feel me? From around this way. Who would love a fight. Shout out to Albert Bell. My guy. That would be a great fight. Edwin De Los Santos, what you doing? What you got going on?
He been last seen taking pics with James Prince. I don't think he fighting Albert Bell.
Hey man, why not? Shit, my guy was sparring Abdullah Mason. I know they're not gonna give us the Abdullah Mason fight, so shit, they know we reputable. Go ahead and put us in there with Edwin De Los Santos.
Maybe Bell need to sign to a powerful manager like a Conley or a Prince or somebody.
I can't help. I can't help that. He's not under my management, so I can't help that. But like I said, if you go ahead and follow Toledo_Treese on Instagram, you'll see that newest in management. We fuck with fighters as well. And if you need some combat consultancy, come ahead and fuck what you got. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But my God, is that King Amin of Essex on this motherfucking line?
Yeah.
Oh shit, gang.
Yo,
gang,
Treese,
gang,
what up,
gang.
brother?
My dog. Please, I know you watched Miss Beatrice Fietta. What'd you think?
Yeah, not enough violence. Not enough violence, man. Like all that skill, bro. All that skill. You slipping shit. Honestly, like you could squint and think you watching Canelo or another good lateral waist movement type of fighter who likes to be in the pocket, pull back, counter, left hook, dip under. Like, she's doing all this beautiful shit. Then you get 3 minutes that you act. Bro, you ain't got no power. You lied to us. You came in the game acting like you could stop shit, begging for 3 rounds every 5 minutes. Now you get, I keep saying rounds, but begging for fucking 3-minute rounds. Yeah. And you been getting 3-minute rounds, and you got so much more skill than every girl you in the ring with it. Like, it's evident. It's this, like this bro. Did you see her traps? Did you see her traps?
Yeah, man. Hey, see, like, Hey, man. I don't know. It's funny. Shout out to all my combat guys. I know, Ness, you don't watch the UFC, but like I say, fuck the clock. You know how we rock. I know you don't watch the UFC, but anybody who do, they seen Kayla Harrison last night. I don't know who the fuck bigger between Beatrice Fietta and Kayla Harrison. Them some huge. Hey,
listen, she too good though.
Them glamazons.
She don't even get TKOs, bro. Like, you too good for that. Like, you literally slipping, not getting hit. You hitting girls with shots they not seeing, and nothing is happening, bro. We gotta do something. Like, something needs to be done.
Let me ask you something, Ness. Would you chalk that up as being like too much of an amateur style? Because I heard motherfuckers bringing up that same complaint with that guy Jalalov at heavyweight. You know, the heavyweight nigga.
Let Amin answer that. I'm sorry, Amin. My bad. Manuel, you're right. Treese asked Amin.
Nah, it's all good. Listen, I got y'all roped in. That's what I do. Ness, all of a sudden, he's got his finger on the pulse of women's boxing. He got all the answers.
I've been feeling her. Like, I thought she was gonna fight Bumgardner when Eddie had her. Like, I thought that's what Eddie signed her for, to put her in the ring with Bumgardner. But they doing a bad job for one promoter. She went back to the Olympics. And she just not living up. Like, yeah, the skill is there. You skilled as hell. It's like another Clarissa. You know, you going to be super skilled. You going to be better than everybody, but we ain't getting no stoppages. We ain't getting no stoppages.
To answer Treese's
we still
point,
going
Treese,
through now.
I think it is a bit of that Olympic style that prevents her from having the power she needs. It's got the lateral movement, but it's, you know, and here's the thing, too. Her arms are rather short. She doesn't have a lot of torque on her punches when she lands them, even though she's close enough to land them dead on. So, you know, you get her against a fighter that, like a Caroline Dubois, who's a converted southpaw, who her lead hand is actually her strength hand, and she's willing to hang that jab out there, double and triple it, while Fidesz trying to get up under and slip. That's how you make a motherfucking fight. And that's the fight that I think, after what y'all seen last night, Fred is very good. But I don't know if she can really fuck with Caroline. But, you know, it remains to be seen. The power ain't there to really bother Caroline. Caroline has put herself in brawls that she ain't need to be in. Zombie style with Koreans and shit. Fucking Dead type shit. going toe-to-toe type shit. And then you seen what she did to Jessica Camara her last time out. So yeah, I mean, Ferreira's good, but like Ness was saying, I would have seen Ferreira going down to 130. I feel like she's a problem at 130. At 135, she can stop Harper. Harper's gun shy. She can stop Harper, but definitely when it comes to now Stephanie Hahn, who y'all seen get in the ring last night, she's an El Paso sheriff. I don't know what the county is out there in Tejas, but she's a sheriff. She's also the full WBA champ. And not known for her power, she's tall enough and tactical enough to make that fight interesting. But what'll happen is if she can't stop Ferreira from closing the distance, Ferreira gonna be cutting off them angles and banging on her, banging on that nice tall lean body that Stephanie Hahn has. So it's some things out there for Ferreira to do.
Hey,
but
I gotta ask you real quick since we talking. Hey man, fuck that. Man. You know how we rocking. We got this women's boxing. Hey, King of Mean. What you feel about Shernika Johnson, Sugar Neek? Shout out to her. Very, attractive and things of this nature. What you think about her stepping in with that Sherita Metcalf, gang? What you think about that?
You know, I predicted this, and y'all just tune in. See, the episodes don't have to come fast and furious because they long strokes. Pause. If you go back and check these episodes of the championship rounds on YouTube, I predicted this fight was going to happen a long time ago, and I entitled it The Battle of the Ponytails. It sounds like it's two black girls, Shanika and Sharetta, but no, it's this fine Australian lady. She might have some Aborigine genes in her, but it's this fine Australian lady, and this sister from Texas, from Oak Cliff. And the jab of Johnson versus the consistency and just the will of Metcalf. That's a fight I've been calling for. Again, the battle of the ponytails. Thorslin been ducking for a long time. You know,
and
I'm
now
glad
she
she's kind of out
talking
of the
about
way.
she pregnant.
I got her pregnant. Fuck it. That's why she out.
You gonna I'm that boy's Paul.
I'm that boy's pappy. You understand? I took her out because I wanted to see Johnson Metcalf so damn bad. I tired of her ducking. I put her in my line of fire and banged on her. Shout out to Dina Thorslin.
He out of control. Shout out King of Mean,
no
man.
Respect.
That boy,
no respect.
He out of, no, he got.
It's respect, though.
He out of control, man. But I'm into it, man. I like this women shit. I know that. I seen that. Fuck it. Like I said, we on this shit, man. I seen Holly Holmes coming back. What you think about that, King of Me? And we into that type of shit. Holly Holmes and Chantel Cameron. Is this the play? Is this to be true? Is this going?
Again, yes, it is. Yes, it is because it's a good fight for. See, they're gonna see what Holmes look like in her bounce back. And Cameron is just waiting for the winner of Taylor Serrano. They've been holding out. Remember, let me remind y'all, El Capo, Chantel Cameron is the only woman that holds the win in the professional sport of boxing over Katie Taylor. Get that through y'all heads. The former undisputed champion at 140 who was robbed just so they can keep running this bullshit racket between Taylor and Serrano. And so Cameron has been patiently waiting. Eddie Hearn didn't treat her right. Frank Warren did what he can, and now she's landed in the arms of MVP Nikisa Bednarian and Jake Paul. So yes, you will see Holly Holm, and who's a name. She's a Hall of Famer, a pioneer in women's boxing. If you can call Heather Hardy a pioneer, you have to call Holly Holm a pioneer. Patrice, I'm surprised you don't want to see Holly Holm versus Jessica McCaskill.
Man, hey, no. I want Jessica McCaskill for my fighter, gang.
Bro,
I would love
retired.
that in Chicago for my fighter, Midwest Mafia shit. You understand me? But they act like they don't want to give it to us. So you see, that's the fight. O'Shea Jones, we need that fight with a Jessica McCaskill. We would love that. But I see Cecilia Brækhus. I see she got a piece of that WBC strap. You see me? We'll let her get a piece of her too. You understand me? I know Ness gonna say that these guys these women, these ladies are a little bit past their prime, but no. If they what you say, we the ones who gotta retire them.
She is retired. McCaskill retired.
She not. If Cecilia Brækhus got a piece of the strap,
I said
Jessica McCaskill talking about she want to box. Nah, they not retired. That mean that they eligible to get hands and hooves put on them. And let's do.
You nasty, bro. All you do is pick retired fighters.
Hey man, cut that out, man. Well, shout out. And speaking of unretired fighters, shout out to Krubret Pulev, you feel me, who's still out here boxing and shit, who just got a piece of that WBA strap off of Mahmoud Char. If you looking for a fight, Pulev, I know a guy, Jared Anderson.
He got to fight. It's like you don't read. $1 million purse
this
bid
your
with
job,
Don
Ness.
King.
This your job.
$1
I'm
million
just the caller
purse
of the
bid.
year, apparently, man. This your job.
$1 million
But shout out
purse
to
bid with Don
TBV.
King.
Shout
Man.
out to Toledo, Ohio. Whoa, excuse me. Shout out to TBV. Shout out to Toledo, Ohio. Shout out to my nigga King of Essex in those championship rounds. You understand me? In this women's boxing that's about to go down July 11th. You feel me? I'm ready for this shit. This is an epic card. And by the way, Jake Paul, that card that you got on there, that Dorda Coast.
So you going again, man?
Fuck it, we going again. Fuck it, you know how we rocking. Fuck that clock,
on,
you know how we rock.
Ho. I'm just
Fuck
saying, motherfuckers got their hand up. Look, you done
Hey, man,
tip
ain't
left
shit,
now.
man. They know how we rocking, man. They know what's going on. Shout out to my people, man.
Peace, Tip.
What I'm
Tip
saying
dipped
is,
off,
Jake
free
Paul
smoke
putting on
dipped
this.
off. Damn.
Hey, man. Jake Paul putting on that cruiserweight shit, man. We got that motherfucking that Zerto Ramirez and that Dr. Knockout.
They
you
lucky.
feel me?
They lucky they signed Avis Griffin and Julian Williams to that. Julian Rodriguez to that fight, because that was not about to get my money.
You ain't gonna purchase? You ain't gonna fuck with them?
Nope. They lucky now. I'm getting now. I am. They got 2 fights. I want to see that one, and there's another undercard.
Oh, Floyd
fight.
on there. Floyd Schofield, goofy ass on there
Yep,
too.
that's the one. That be the one. Tevin
It's
and
gang
Floyd.
We gonna see how he look. I ain't a fan of. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't really a
Then
big
you
fan
factor in you got Dortitos and the other dude. Then it's like, okay, but that Jake Paul main event is Basura, B. They know they made a mistake. That shit don't got the normal Jake Paul buzz. That shit dying.
Hey, man, that shit, that shit gonna go crazy, man. Once the fight we get here, that shit gonna go nuts, man. You know how niggas be, man.
When they play that
they
new
ready.
Jeezy, but not that.
Hey, man. But shout out to Jake Paul. I like what he doing. Like I say, man, my nigga King of Mean to Essex. I know he gonna be tuned in July 11th, man. We got a gang of women's fights. That shit gonna go crazy. Hey, fuck it. We still on this one. Fuck it.
At me. I'm in the building.
Alicia, how you think Alicia Bumgarner gonna look? I feel like I ain't seen her in a while, and the last time I seen her, it was really on some, I seen that you had the man who said that shit. What's my man? Nelson Lopez, right? Ended his name.
Yeah, man. And you ain't ask him no bare knuckle questions. He invented this shit.
You ain't even answer I had a question on Patreon. You ain't even ask my questions. I'm like, damn.
I did. You didn't ask no bare knuckle question. That's what I said.
Oh no, because that's one of them ones I feel like I was supposed to be on there. I should have got on there. I should have jumped on. We'd have been on that motherfucker all night.
Get rid of that McDonald's headset, man. Audience said they don't want your McDonald's headset.
Hey, man, fuck these guys, man. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger, you lame ass niggas. Point being, though, Alicia Bumgarner, I'm interested in her fight.
Got the same telemarketer headset you got, man.
Shout out to him, man. Fuck these guys, man. Me and King of
Y'all be on long distance calls together.
We shop at the same place, man. That's my dog, man. That's it. You got
you barely hear I mean. You got everybody got to be quiet so we can hear I mean. That motherfucker terrible.
That's the old headphones. You playing today.
See, they on that bullshit. See, that's how they do, man. It's all right. It take a certain kind of headset to talk this women's boxing. You feel me? They don't know what the fuck going on, King of Man. But shout out TBV, man, and shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. Albert Bell, go ahead and get that Elwin De Los Santos fight, gang. We need that. The moment Abdullah Mason come back to Cleveland in the Midwest, let's do it. But y'all be cool, man. Y'all be cool.
We got Chico, $5. Junto is going to put a beating on Inoue next year. Round 1, Bonanza, Big Bang.
Stop it. Yo, Junto just fought a man that was 10-0 and Ryashuki there. And sorry if I'm messing up his name, but he's no Naoya Inoue, bro.
Nobody is.
He got a good stoppage. He closed his eye. They called the fight in the 6th round. Junto, I gotta admit, he's looking better and better, but you can't compare a guy with 10 fights to Naoya Inoue and think just because he looked that good against that man, he's going to sleep Naoya Inoue. Junto got problems when he steps in the ring on that day, and I got Naoya in that fight.
I got Pistol Parkway Mozzie, $2. Shout out, salute emoji. We got Off the Ropes, $5. Let's start a GoFundMe for Trees to get a headset. Honestly, I would be with that, but like Trees just spent $20 in counterpunches right now. He had 4 calls. Like, buddy, like you could get the Rode USB mic. I swear, if I was in Florida, I would give you mine because I'm never gonna use that shit again. I don't even like tabletop mics. That's why I use this because I feel like tabletop mics, you hear everything you do. If I'm typing, you get to hear it. That's why I have arms like round one, or I use a headset like this because I like to be mobile too. If I did a desktop mic like him, I had that for like a year, bro. I was fucking tight. You can't get up. You lose your whole day. Imagine doing 7 hours just sitting down. I gotta be moving. That shit is crazy. But who's up next, man? Nas, I see you. What it do? Is it Nas or Nash? Let me double check. This says, yeah.
It's Nas. What's up, bro?
What up?
What's up, round one?
Oh shit! Give me a
Nah,
minute. Don't you gonna be right there? We're gonna restart the battle. I just haven't screen shared this, but this is funny, bro. This is funny. This is gonna get them to try and jump Nahil Albright some more. Y'all seen this?
Nope. I've not seen it.
Yeah, man. Turns out he on that R&B vibes.
Turns out Nahil Albright's not a fighter. His bio says up and coming singer from Philadelphia, PA. By the way, I'm also a boxer. Team Woo.
I keep on falling in.
Let's fucking go.
In love.
Ooh.
With you. Sometimes I love you. Sometimes you make me blue.
How you get your ass kicked by a
Sometimes
fucking
I
R&B
feel
singer?
good. At times I feel you.
Ooh.
Loving you, darling, makes me so confused.
Get this man on The Voice.
I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I keep on.
Hey, you know that man getting hella punani out there singing to them girls, boy. God damn, shout out to the woo. Yo, because listen, I put the pressure on him. I said, homie, you got to get the win. Last thing you want to do is be known as the dude that 2 brothers passed around. And then you had Keon talking about after Kelvin beat him, I won him. Like, oh my God, they trying to run a train on my man. No.
Run a train.
No. He stopped that shit. He was like, hold up. No, sir. No, sir. Yeah, now look. Now he looking back at Keyshawn like, let's run it. But go ahead, champ. I apologize. I forgot all about that, bro. I ain't know till today that he was an R&B singer.
Yo, shout out down here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chester. He from Philly, right up the road and all that. Shout out down here. He did what he had to do last night. But and again, shout out to round one and shout out the panel. Like I seen as far as that whole situation with Keyshawn and them, man, yo, like I seen people get unalive for less for real. So like, I mean, but the fact is, them type reality is not supposed to be part of the boxing. Like, but I just want to like go back to like when he was doing all that with Abdullah Mason. Like we can act like we don't know who that $1 million man is behind Abdullah Mason, and 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 all I gotta say is like let him have that same energy in Houston. If they want to do the fight, if they do the fight in Houston, you feel me, and they gonna act like that. He would never act like that with Abdullah Mason while he got Jay Prince with him in Houston. It'll never go down like that. And that's all I'm gonna say about that situation. And I mean, I don't even think it'll go down like that if they do the fight in Philly. Oh no, it's not gonna go down like that. But again, that shouldn't be the reality of boxing. And we shouldn't want that type of stuff in boxing because it kind of feel like what was Keyshawn trying? Was they trying to intimidate was he supposed to lose because because maybe they gonna jump him after? Is that what they trying to do? Like some intimidation stuff?
Yeah, I don't know, man, because it seemed like, remember, in the ring, he was clapping and giving respect. We don't really know what happened when they got to that bat. Maybe they was like he said. Nahir said, "Look, we was in the room, we was celebrating. Maybe they heard us and didn't like it."
That's what I'm saying. Like if they want to start pressing down on situations like that, it's some real dudes in boxing, especially when you're talking about Philly and all that. Like, but again, the sport not supposed to go there, and they should understand that. I mean, but if they want to take it there, I think I think his L won't be coming up soon. If he want to start pushing shit out, I don't know. I mean, I think his L coming soon. But that's the call, yo. Y'all keep it going.
All
Shout out
right,
TBV.
appreciate you. According to a title on a video that I can't watch, James Prince says there is a strong possibility he'll be managing Edwin de los Santos. That's gonna be interesting because I think that'll be Samson's first promoted fighter managed by James. Tip, what it do?
Hey, yo,
Yo,
yeah, man. I just find it crazy that dudes can miss weight, you know. Then after they miss weight, go to the back of the locker room and then start jumping people. You know, the nerve of some people in this sport, man. You know, you wasted everybody's time. You got Allen Iverson to come out. You got Michael Vick to come out. You getting sponsored by Billionaires Boy Club, Pharrell and all that. And you just fumbled the ball and then you make yourself look foolish in your own hometown. Just representing, you know, Norfolk, Virginia bad, man. The whole 757 just poor representation, man. But you know, I want to know where Two Tone is at because ain't this who Two Tone, you know, wanted to fight Tio to represent the quote unquote culture? Like, ain't this the guy he wanted to, you know, represent the culture? This is where the culture gets y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is where the culture gets y'all. This is what the culture represents. You know, and this is why we got to do away with the culture. You know, this is nasty, man. This can't be representation of black people and black fighters, man. It just puts a bad stigma on us. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn had the spotlight, bro. He had the spotlight. It was all supposed to be Keyshawn on Saturday night, and he fumbled the bag, man. He fumbled the bag, bro. Bad too. Like you were on your way to stardom. And then another thing, man. Another thing is, why is nobody calling for Turkey Al-Sheikh to drop Keyshawn from being the Ring Magazine ambassador? Where's the noise for Keyshawn to be dropped as a Ring Magazine ambassador? You know what I'm saying? This is nasty out here. You know, y'all pick and choose y'all favorites. You know, y'all got to get it together. You boxing fans got to get it together. That if Turkey Al-Sheikh, you know what I'm saying, if he wanted to drop Teofimo and everything, then he should drop Keyshawn for that because that's bad representation of the Ring Magazine, bro. You can't have your ambassadors going around beating people up in the locker rooms after the big brother gets beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be having that, bro. We can't be having it. Got to get this shit together in the sport of boxing, man.
yo, you gotta
But
get in the hair to come back, man.
come back where?
On the show.
Nahil Albright?
Yeah, man.
I can try that. I can try. Let me see. Matter of fact, bro, all you got, bro.
I could hit him up. I ain't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I did it the last time. I just thought you knew him like that.
Nah. I was gonna say hit up Brian Norman Senior because you know him and Norman
They're in
Junior
Japan.
spars.
They're in Japan. I mean, I just wanted to like make sure he come through, and I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Just like.
I mean, I could try.
Play this soundbite for him.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Yeah, you getting bodied by a singing nigga. I'm not the type of nigga that'll type of niggas.
Feel me? Just play that little. He might need Drake to walk him out to his next one with that. I didn't know he was a singer, bro. That was wild. He could
You
sing.
paying up in that locker
Crazy,
room. They want
but you know what it is,
sing.
this ain't a surprise because we all know them R&B niggas can fight, man. Just remember, Trey Songz tried to fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't
Like
gonna win.
we all
He wasn't gonna win.
We heard the stories, man. You heard the stories. He tried to fight Champ, man. These R&B niggas ain't nothing to play with. Those was the most gangster niggas in the industry. The R&B niggas. They wanted the rappers. Y'all better do a rain check, man. This shit wicked out here. This shit is wicked out here. But in other news, man, good win yesterday for this morning for Tyler Blizzard. You know what I'm saying? Ja Bataya. You know, there was another dude. Damn. There's another Japanese dude. He had his second pro fight, Olympian. He fought this Vietnamese dude. I forget his name. I can't remember his name, but he got a win 10 rounds. Went 10 rounds, got the decision. Junto Nakatani got the win, man. Yeah, man. A lot of good fights yesterday. A lot of good fights. Shout out to Derek Davis too, man. Shout out to Scooter, man.
Hell
It's
yeah.
all over. He's
He did
knocked
his
out.
thing.
What a shot.
He came in focused too. Bro, they highlighted so much of him. It felt good. Shout out to Bradley. I guess Bradley did that because he said, oh, I found this kid on YouTube and he's going to be special. And maybe they decided to highlight him. Also, they gave Prentice Brewer so much love. Wow, man. They really put his coaching on display for the world to see. So, you know, shout out to Coach. He got a lot of love too. But yeah, man. What was your fight of the weekend, bro? That Fabio fight?
Yeah, yo, of course, man. And you know, it's funny when Treeks was on, I was gonna be like, yeah, he talking about this Jared Anderson. It's all about Fabio Wardley. He's next up, young heavyweight. He got a piece of the WBA. Talking about Mahmoud Char to be WBA. Nah, Fabio Wardley down
That was
on
a
the
tough fight though.
cards.
He was
That was
tough.
a
That
tough
was a tough
fight.
fight. Like I was packing it in. I'm like, Dan, they need to stop this shit. My man getting beat up. All he doing is jabbing really and looking for the home run. Bruh, first of all, we got to give it to Ben Davison. There's I mean,
Yeah.
why is his hand down here from the opening bell? He was getting hit with counter rights all fucking night. He might have broke his fucking nose because Justice hit him with so many rights, bro. Wow. But amazing come from behind win for sure.
Yeah, man. Frank Warren. He was petrified the entire fight. That was high drama. The rest of the card was actually terrible. But
Oh, we ain't
that
watched the
fight was
rest. We was
very
only here
good.
for the main event. You know that.
Yeah, the King of Essex. I have an obligation to make sure, Adam Asm. That fight was on the opposite card on Boxer. Their last card with Sky Sports.
So you had the fire stick that because they ain't got no American deal.
I watched it on Sky Sports, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I watched it in my home of Barnsley, Yorkshire.
Okay. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. They ain't give you a way to watch it. You got to watch it the way you can watch it. If they give you a way to watch it, then it might be considered stealing. But you can't steal what you can't watch. You got to find a way to watch it. But you ain't say what you thought of Wardley, man, because yeah, he got to come from behind, but bro, he was getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, no, he didn't look good. But look, I think that's Hooney because when you look at Wardley's last few fights, who was it? Frazier, Clark, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's similar, you know what I'm saying? But he's fighting decent competition domestically, and I know that this guy's from Australia, Hooney that is, but internationally and domestically, as far as the UK, he's fought decent competition. That's why I think he's ready for the world stage, considering some of the fighters that are already there. I mean, I want to see him against the FA Jobbers. I don't think my man Jared Anderson on his level. I do want to see him in there against hell. Do I want to see him in there against a heavyweight Lawrence Okoli? I don't think so. But I wouldn't mind seeing him in there against a Martin
Wardley?
Okoli. Yeah.
Why are you matching him up so domestically?
Because he's still, I don't know. I mean, listen,
Damn,
the
y'all
world
kind
title
of
scene.
gatekeep. Put that man on the world stage, but he was about to fight
Okay.
Gerald Miller, and they did another fucking Turkey a la special. Gerald ain't injured. This motherfucker about to fight AJ. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. So they took Wardley fight to give it to AJ, who I get it, that was there first, but we need an international fighter. We cannot fight another domestic level dude. Like, and shout out to Atoma. You seen he fighting Dillian White. He fighting Dillian White. How long Dillian White been out though? He got 4 years out or 3 years out? What he got out?
3, about 2 to 3.
Damn, really that long? I was fucking, trying to be entertaining. Holy shit.
No, definitely 2. I think he's definitely at the 2-year mark. But yeah, Wardley, he's ready. He's ready because he has enough flaws and vulnerabilities that you just have to beat him. So that's why I said, remember, I didn't exactly put him that domestically when I said F.A. Jagba. Even if we need to see the Jared Anderson fight, sure. Martin Bacoli, that's a good fight for him. Because as far as the WBA, we're talking Daniel Dubois and Usyk. We're waiting for the outcome of that. Usyk is doing what he's doing.
I mean, he only been out 174 days, 5 months now. That's typical. He had a fight in December.
You want to know my fight of the weekend though?
Which one? I thought you just said it was Wardley. What the fuck?
No. That was a good fight. I like seeing Wardley. It was the Howling Cardenas.
Bree Howling. I didn't watch it, but that was crazy because we just had her. She wasn't signed. So who signed her? Salida?
Nah, I mean, this was a box lab. Card.
Okay, yeah, okay. I had seen her name on the screen. I'm like, oh shit, look at Bree Howling. And she did good then?
She lost.
Ooh,
she got upset.
Damn.
2 undefeated fighters. It was a hell of a shootout, man. And, Howling, she likes to fight off the back foot. She's real slick, but she brawled. And I don't know if it was the ring rust where she didn't, kind of put her thoughts together before she had her actions. But before you knew it, Cardenas was up, 4 rounds maybe. And then Howling started putting it together off the back foot, getting a little slick, slipping shit. But Cardenas, pulled it out in the last few rounds, man. It was a hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight. Go back and watch it for sure. Most exciting fight I saw all weekend. It reminded me of Chavez Artiga a little bit. Where people was pulling for the upset.
I wonder if they're going to sign Artiga. You think, does MVP have fighters for Artiga? Like, and by that, I mean, like, do they already have people in her division that they will give her a deal? Because she just didn't get picked up.
Nah, 115 is kind of thin, man.
She got to move up. All that muscle, she got to move up. Listen, Mike, you raising your hand, but I mean, you actually clapping, so I don't know if you just like showing love, but I'm just trying to like let you know that's not you raising your hand. I got Demo, actually, brother Michael. Welcome to that champ level. Home skillet.
My name is Floyd. My name is.
Hold on. That wasn't what I meant to do.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
And we got brother Demo. $2. Tell Amin to show us his speed bag skills. Smiling face with horns. Demo, didn't you say you want to fight on Border Wars? Because I got Z Pacino waiting for a fight, man. Y'all in the same weight class, man. Stop capping. Jerry, $2. Nest like Wardley, his UK doppelganger, but he's a food emoji? Okay, I guess you don't like Wardley's skills. We got Tyron, what up? Tyron. Yusef. Gotta unmute Yusef.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna just honestly just talk about the elephant in the room. Fuck it. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate a lot of things transpired last night after the fight.
But that's why I called in. Me personally, I had some feeling, bro. The fact Keyshawn did not make weight. You know what I'm saying? Now it looks even worse that he didn't even try to make weight after they did the whole negotiations. Didn't they try to go knock off a few more pounds for some money? He didn't even try to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it just looks worse, man. You didn't even get a title defense in your homecoming fight with your brothers. Last week, you just got honored by the governor and the goddamn mayor. They made it the Davis Brothers week or something like that. So the following week, you got a fight. You know damn well you got the whole city coming out, all the celebrities. We got to go through the names again. We already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you got all the celebrities coming out in your hometown. It's supposed to be y'all three rolling out. But the fact you didn't make weight, so now you're not a champion no more. You just lost your belt, lost some bread. You know what I'm saying? Then you proceed to show up to the event. You know what I'm saying? No apology to the fans, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You showing up for your brothers, but you went from supposed to be the main event to walking out with your brothers looking all sad. You trying to hide it, but he really looking sad. You know what I'm saying? It's just really unfortunate. You went from, finna be the big main event. It was supposed to take him to another level. You know what I'm saying? Fighting a guy like De Los Santos, but now it looks all wishy washy because at the same time it looks like you didn't want to fight De Los Santos. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even attempt to knock it off. You know what I'm saying? You just lied to everybody, wasted the whole promotion. So now you leave the atmosphere shot. Like I literally said in my call yesterday, he leaves the atmosphere shot because it's like now you're not performing. And I literally said, bro, it's gonna ruin. What if that ruins one of his brother's performances? And rightfully so, it did. Now your Albright came with the smoke and he really put a beating on him. They tried to rob my man's, but hey, he did his thing. And I heard people yesterday after the fight, when we was all on, somebody said that they feel like Keyshawn also lost to Nair Albright. If I know I may have heard maybe one or two callers say something along those lines. But now, you know what I'm saying? Where was the energy you had for all that? You didn't have energy for T.O. You didn't have that energy for nobody else. All these guys that swear you crashing out for. I feel like he's no longer the businessman. It's Keyshawn Crash Out Davis. It's no longer Keyshawn the businessman Davis. You know what I'm saying? You can't do shit like that in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. You go out there, fight, jump somebody. You leave your kid. You leave your minor because you acting like a minor, trying to jump somebody because they celebrating, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just horrible. I'm not here, you know what I'm saying, just to bash him, but it's just obvious. Like, I'll pay for one more than this. I'm almost done. I'm gonna just pay for the last one. I'll pay for one so I can just get my shit off. But bro, it's just unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? You had everything built up and you literally just crashed out and let everything tumble in a span of literally 2 days. It's just horrible. You know what I'm saying? There should be no excuses for him acting like that just because his brother lost. One brother wins, you fought Nair early in the year, you win, but then big brother loses. It is what it is, bro. It's boxing. You know what I'm saying? You can't crash out. You know what makes the sport beautiful is that if you got a problem, you can fight in the ring. But you chose to be a crash out and just ruin everything, bro. All in one weekend. All in one weekend. That makes no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? The whole city mad at him. Think about everything that happened outside the ring, club promoters, you know what I'm saying? Just the whole vibe in Virginia might have just been totally fucked up because you're supposed to be the new crown king in your city. You know what I'm saying? But in the boxing world, it looks even worse. You know what I'm saying? I'll be surprised. Sorry, I wouldn't be surprised if Turkey ends up dropping this guy from being an ambassador. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than positive something like that will happen. But it's just like, where was the energy for T.O.? You know what I'm saying? You tried to son Abdullah Mason, knowing damn well you're not finna even fight at that weight class. You know what I'm saying? You try to call out Tank all this time, knowing damn well you're not finna fight at that weight class. So now everything you just did just looks like straight cap. Like, I'm not blind. We all literally just seen this shit unfold. Like, it's just unfortunate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just crazy, bro. The sport of boxing is really just. I mean, I know we have moments like this. You know, history repeats itself. You know, every few years you got some shit that you have a fighter that just crashes out. You know, everybody ain't perfect, but it's just like, bro, you had a big moment, a really big moment to take it to that next level, and it just fumbled in a matter of literally 2 days, bro. A matter of 2 days. It's just unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? This is sick that we had to really just, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't even really enjoy, you know, the other fights because now it's like that took over everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like you let your op Abdullah Mason pretty much sell out his first headliner in your city, and everything just does not look good on that end. You know, but that's really my call. Um, if anybody needs a haircut in San Antonio, Texas, don't forget to hit me up. I got you. But I'm out.
You gotta get out of IG out, man. How they gonna find you?
It's God underscore use.
All right.
God underscore YUS. I'm out.
Yeah, man. You never know who gonna be in the San Antonio area, but they gotta be able to find you, man. Gotta be able to find you. Treese, I've been texting you, my brother.
What up, though? What up? Yow. What up, though? What'd you text me? Oh, shit. I ain't paid. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Say less. But, bingo, we got action. I didn't get to ask my man's King of Me still on the line?
Everybody dip. Only the strong survive.
Well, only the strong survive. Well, shit, I didn't get to ask you about the Franchise Cruz. What'd you think about that fight?
I mean, I
I ain't
thought
really.
I thought she did enough to keep her title. I feel like that girl definitely arrived. We gonna want to see her again without a doubt. Ortiz, you know, she gave me that Beatrice Ferreira vibes. You know, she wasn't able to shine completely because Franchon was holding a lot and falling on top of her as the bigger woman. But that girl got a lot of skill, lateral movement, counterpunching ability. She just ain't got the power to stop Franchon. Alex Vega thought she won. A lot of people think she won. I don't think for sure like that. Like, yeah, it was a tight fight, but like, you know, them unwritten rules, man. You gotta do enough to take it from the champ. I ain't really see enough. Yeah, but Franchon, that wasn't appealing though. It wasn't appealing.
No, word. Word up,
That shit
word up.
looked
No, it
good.
wasn't
That
appealing
shit
at all.
had
And
us
I'm pretty
mad.
sure Clarissa was just sitting there licking her chops for any fucking we would mop both of them up. But I would like to see the rematch though. If they decide to do a rematch, I wouldn't be mad at that. You feel me? Maybe they can shake back, do a
I
rematch.
like to see, you know, WBC try to push for that rematch because again, I didn't think she lost, but there was people that felt like Ortiz deserved to win.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of sloppy shit going on. So it was
Word
more
is
so it was
born. That shit
yeah,
was
it was
that that
yeah, that
that
shit
ref
was
ain't take control. Like that dude was scared to take control. Obviously, like he ain't warned Franchon for all the clinching. There was headbutts. It was nasty. Very very nasty.
word. No, but for sure. But I peeped your man's I just wanted to roll in because I was watching that card and on that card I peeped your man Brandon Moore. I also
Yeah,
peeped your man
bro,
Fabio Wardley.
Brandon
That's the
Moore.
fight.
Brandon Moore
Brandon
looked
Moore and
good.
Fabio Wardley need to fight. I've been hearing you
Yeah, here
talking
you
this.
go.
Both of them
Here
guys
you
were
go.
my
That's
guys.
that's exactly what some little punk shit you would do. Try to get
Here
both
he
my
go.
guys
Here he
in with each
here he
other so they can't fuck your
here,
guys up. Listen,
here he go.
Brandon Moore for starters. I'm glad you brought it up because I ain't highlighted enough. He looked great. I'm going on a
He looked
limb.
better. No, he
I'm
looked
going on a
That
limb.
jab was on. His jab was working. He was on some shit.
And I just want to preference. I'm using the word great in this way, meaning compared to what we saw from Brandon on
Yeah.
Top Rank, man, this version of Brandon that Saturday night, that Friday, man, that's the best version I ever saw. Best version
Yeah.
I ever saw. Homie stuck to the jab, circling the right way, working, painting the fence, jabbing up and down, right hands. Man, listen, best Brandon I ever saw. Best Brandon. Shout out to Pat. Pat said it, man. That dude got footwork. I started laughing because I mean the last time I seen Brandon, he was wilding. He was looking sloppy. But boy, that
No,
motherfucker did a 180. He looked completely different. Shout out to him. That's wild. He looked good. Not like, oh, ready to take over the world, just like I said. Compared to how he looked, it's night and day, the technical ability, how it changed. Like, he fucking looked good.
He's in no condition to continue.
He was certainly on the jab. I like the way he looked. But like I say, your man Fabio Wardley, he was getting boxed up there. That power. He pulled a Deontay Wilder. What do you say? I gotta be good.
Take the fight,
baby.
I
gotta be good for 1 second.
All y'all gotta do is take the fight. There's vulnerability. That's
Here
why.
We go, man.
That's why guys
can we get him in Brandon Moore? Can we get him in like a Jermaine Franklin or something? Damn,
that's why guys like Fabio and Abdullah, they gonna be exciting because like, look, yesterday I put a poll and it ended in Nakathila was gonna test Abdullah's chin. People expecting for that chin to break again. So that vulnerability sells because he punching and people think he might could get punched. And now with Fabio, you got that. My man was losing. So it's like, oh, he could get outboxed. But can he Deontay Wilder your ass? And that's dope that we got somebody to take over that Wilder. Even though he ain't really punching like Wilder, he got in the ring. He was scared for a motherfucker. He ain't punching like that yet, but this was certainly Wilder-esque,
Even Frank Warren said that at the end of the fight. I don't know if you heard Frank Warren. He came in. He said, "Who's that American heavyweight over there who be punching? Yeah. Deontay Wilder. Yeah. That was Deontay Wilder-esque. He literally So no, but that was one punch close out the show. That was shout out to him because he would certainly get his ass put on the back of a U-Haul. He was getting boxed up and getting moved around. You see me, but it's like, hey, shout out to him. Shout out to him. He made me a believer. He literally knocked Frazier Clark shit loose on the rematch. He one-stop shop my nigga right here. So hey man, I like what I'm seeing right now. Shout out to Fabio Wardley. You've made a believer out of
you're not gonna say I'm right that him and Jared was the best fight to make.
Ness, hey man, the moment I say you right, if you say that I'm right about the Devin Haney, then you'll be right about this. So hey, you know how that go.
That was the fight to make, man.
We'll see, man. Hopefully, I'm not mad at that Lawrence Okoli fight though. That I heard. I know you said it's domestic, but I'm not mad at that Lawrence Okoli fight, man. You got to think because Fabio Wardley been on the streak of fighting the Olympians, man. You got to put it like that.
Jared versus Fabio, and it's Skowich. It's called. It's Skowich.
Nah, but listen, Ness. You got to sell it like
because the man.
Ness. You got to sell it like your man right now. He been on the tear, bro. He been tearing up these Olympic. He been tearing up Olympic
and that's
fighters.
What he need. He needed an American fighter. He needed an American fighter to show to the world, I'm not domestic. I'm international.
But we know he not. I mean, we like what we seeing. Okoli not a bad fight for him. You get Okoli out of there.
You a hardcore talking about you like what we see. America needs to see him, so he need an American. That's why they try to throw him in with Jarrell.
That's why the Miller fight. Shit, man.
They stole him.
They got to put him on the under. They got to put him on the undercard of somebody. They got to get him on one of these. They got to put him on that.
Man,
on the AJ card.
He's ducking.
I'm saying they got to put him on the AJ card. But shout out TBV. Shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. Edwin De Los Santos, Albert Bell want that fight, gang. Y'all be cool.
T.O. is the new Ryan Garcia, man. T.O. is the new Ryan Garcia. Check this out. We watching it together. You know I don't watch shit without y'all.
Guys, I think it's very important. Hey guys, I think it's very important for us to really think about Keyshawn Davis and his situation. I know personally that he's going to do it mentally. And how I know this is because I was there. I've been there. The only difference is that we never reacted the certain kind of way that he has. Other than that, though, I think we should all send prayers, to him, to his family, to his newborn child as well. I think that, he's young, still trying to figure out himself in the game, and a lot of frustration comes with that. The media is not easy. I think anybody in here that knows it's not easy. But wishing the best for Keyshawn Davis. God willing, he finds, his peace and his place at heart in the sport of boxing, and understand boxing. No one's bigger than the sport, my man. No one. Not even myself, brother. And I just wish you the best, to you, your family, to your mother mainly. I know that she's hurting right now. Sending prayers to your mother. And wishing you and DP3 the best, guys. Keep it up, man, in the sense of positivity. Forget about the negativity. And to Najar, I believe it is, or Nahir, feel better, man. And whatever you guys plan on doing on that case, I think that it's a good move on whatever you guys decide with your team. Things like
Hey, yo, did Tio just advise this man to sue?
I think that it's a good move, better, man. And whatever you guys plan on doing on that case,
On that case.
I think that it's a good move on whatever you guys decide with your team. Things like this are unacceptable.
Oh, yeah. I think Tio is insinuating what we all think he's insinuating. Okay, Tio. Te veo. Tyron, what up?
Yo, what's good, Ness?
Straight.
Shouts out everybody tuning in, TGV. Hope everyone blessed. Yeah, man, what a weekend. Um, as far as it's crazy how one move or one situation can turn things around for you. As far as Keyshawn goes, he shows zero respect for the sport this weekend. A lot of these guys that's in the sport really don't respect the game, and it shows. You come in, you sell out the crowd, homecoming fight. You got legends coming in. Could have spent any other time. You got people spending hard-earned money to come see you, and you drop the ball about missing weight, about 4 pounds, and then you come on fight night, showing off, got a lot of energy, saw you eating popcorn, and it's like, okay, enjoy yourself, but it's like it's kind of like a smack in the face. When he was eating the popcorn, he had a whole handful of it, like just downing it, and it's just like, come on, man. You know
Technically,
what
if
I
you
mean?
Google it, man, y'all gotta stop. Technically, if you Google it, there's nothing wrong with popcorn, especially if you don't put butter on it. And
No,
depending
it's not.
depending
No,
who's your
Ness. No.
nutritious, depending who's your
Yeah, no,
nutritionist, you can
it's
have salt. So I mean, y'all
yeah, no,
wildin'.
no, no. It's no, it's not that. It's the fact that it's the fact that it's like, oh, okay, man. Like you doing a little bit too much. The camera's on you, and that's just not even. I'm just throwing that little bit off. But it was just like, and then your brother lose, and it's just like the way you acted afterwards. For all that energy that he had, he should have put that in trying to make weight. You going to the guy locker room, which you shouldn't have no reason to be going over there unless you want to congratulate him and show class. But you didn't do that. You know what I mean? You and your brother, you'll have an incident, and now you put in this position where you drop the ball entirely on your whole weekend. You dropped it. You know what I mean? And again, it's just no respect for the sport that he showed, or no class for himself. And I'm not here to knock another man down. I'm not no judge. I can't judge no one. All I can do is just hope that he learned from this, and I'm sure that he will. But last thing, that's if I run over, I kind of but just hearing the news, as you were saying earlier, with the Jay Prince and Dos Santos. I saw a picture like after, I guess, the weigh-in with Jay Prince and him. Do you think Jay Prince had any doing of advising De Los Santos to not fight Keyshawn, just take the money
I
in
mean,
order to
yeah,
have basically, Mason?
possibly. He told him, "Yo, don't take it.
Yeah,
Let's talk. I'll get you a fight. You'll fight him again for more money.
yeah.
I'll
Then
I'll
basically
get you
have
the same
Mason.
fight for more money because I'm James Prince.
Yeah, then again, like now you just saying you're advising, then you get you him a fight, and then he just put Mason and Keyshawn hometown, boom, at the main event. You know, it's chess, so I can see that playing out. But yeah, man, just want Keyshawn, learn from it. I think he will. Is Abdullah Mason a ambassador for Ring?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so because the I saw it on trunk. I just don't want to double check. But all right, champ, I appreciate you that. I'll send that over, man. Shouts out TBV.
All right. Bro, popcorn, even with salt, I'm reading it right now. Like, salt would be for people that got issues with high blood pressure or heart disease or kidney issues, but I got none of that. I fuck my popcorn up with salt. I don't worry about excess sodium because I do a lot of walking. And, fuck, I could retain some water. I'm not trying to cut weight. So I don't really care about sodium like that. And most people shouldn't count sodium. Count your fucking calories and your carbs. But, bro, there's nothing wrong with popcorn. Y'all trying to shame my man for having a healthy snack. Google popcorn healthier than and add the snack and see what happens. Pop, what up? Popcorn over a Snicker bar any day. Popcorn over a 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola any day. I mean, so much popcorn
Yo,
over. Yo.
what's poppin'? That's what's poppin'. Back on the boxing voice. Shut up. Where do I even begin, man? Honestly, bro, I'm disappointed in Keyshawn's professionality in this. That's really what I'm here to talk about. I actually don't know. Did he ever come out to explain himself and what's behind all that, or is dude just lashing out because he's a little frustrated that he lost his main event spot and
Nah,
let a lot of people
he
down?
never came out like that and said anything.
Because knowing him, he might make like a little Instagram live. You feel me? He might make a little Instagram live, maybe explain what's going on at his side, because there's always two sides of the story. Somebody was saying like it don't give him a reason to. It doesn't justify it though. You know what I'm saying? Even there is a reason for him to act the way. It's just ridiculous. Because in the eyes of the public, he looks like a ratchet. Just a ghetto. Just man, it just makes us look bad. You feel me? The image is gonna look bad. But what I will say though is getting people talking. It's getting a lot of people talking. Like boxing is such a small sport now, and I feel like we need to draw people in, and drama like this. People love drama. Baddies, all this other stuff going on right now. People just love seeing drama. People love seeing people crash out. I mean, somebody brought up, I think it was yesterday, something about like Mike Tyson and how the narratives about him and what he had going on. And Tank shaking up old lady and everything. People like seeing that. So, I mean, it might actually make his brand even bigger. But Kelvin losing does make it look bad for Kelvin shit. But I don't know. I ain't gonna now here Albright. I actually don't know what happened with Keyshawn and Albright. What happened on when they had fought actually the
Good
first time?
fight. Good
Whoa.
fight. He was the first dude, only dude to shake up Keyshawn. He got real pop, even though the record don't show it.
So what
Keyshawn
happened?
won,
Why
but
the
the
record don't
fight
show it?
he
Oh.
won, but the fight was overturned for Keyshawn testing positive for marijuana in Texas. It's illegal, so that fight was overturned to a no contest.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now yeah, I think he should get his little lick back, honestly. I think Nahir should probably get a rematch with Keyshawn, even though I think Keyshawn gonna beat him again. But I mean, just out of like it's just a whole debacle. I don't know. Maybe they try to get Lil Bro to fight him too. Who knows? I just
Keon?
don't know what weight class Lil Bro. Yeah, Keon maybe.
Yeah,
Who
well,
knows?
that
What
was
weight class
that
is
was the
Keon fighting?
plan. That was the plan if he would have won, but Kelvin lost, so I don't think they're gonna put Keon in there. Remember, Keon 3-0, maybe 4-0 today. I
So
gotta double check.
you saying because I'm thinking it's like a yo before you get to me you got to beat these niggas like so
Well,
but
that's what they was trying to do, but he beat Kelvin, so it's like you don't go backwards, you go back forward. Like Keon only 3-0,
yeah.
but Keon
Oh yeah,
just
you right.
did beat
You
an
right.
undefeated fighter. No, he didn't. Why it ain't showing up? Yeah. He
Shit,
beat the Puerto Rican
we
yesterday. He made that dude crawl across the ring. But yo, that was the
Shit, we
bell. You
gonna
the
see.
man, champ.
Yeah, my fault, bro. My fault. All right, bro.
Appreciate you. Last call for callers. Last call for callers. You trying to call in? Now is the time. Let me refresh here on the community page on YouTube. We got that poll been up for an hour. Chaos at the Scope Arena. Did Keyshawn Davis meltdown tank his career? Vote now. Yes. Done for. 27%. No. He'll rebound. 31%. Maybe needs time. 28%. 14% say depends on the punishment. And over here on our live poll on youtube.com/the live show, we got what's next for Keyshawn Davis. Career's over, 23%. Rematch Albright, 25%. 1 year suspension, 33%. 18% say pressing charges and getting sued. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Peace.